What is up, everybody? Hope y'all having a great day. We're going to be breaking the 53-man roster. Today, we are back in full force. So all I got to say is, guess who's back? Back again. Larry's back. Tell a friend. Yo, let me introduce to you my man. It is a pleasure to welcome this man back. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Larry K., the founder of Phin-Addict Fury himself. What's up, my brother?
What up, my bro? Yo, it's great to be back. It's great to absolutely be back, man. I appreciate the intro. You've been killing it all summer long, and everybody knows that. They've been seeing the product for itself, bro. So But I'm happy to be back with you, man. I'm happy to be back with Greg, too, and all the panel. I'm just hyped. I'm just hyped for the season, dude. I'm hyped.
So anyway, we'll leave you alone for a few minutes so you can talk back with the audience. We'll be back. We'll see y'all in the...
Bring you guys back in 1 second, man. Welcome to another football season. Phin-Addict Fury, Fury fan back in full effect. You know you got Shake Money. You got Greg back behind the stage. We got Lucci in the chat. We got Color in the chat. We got Kane. Salute to you too, sir. Guys, today I just want to let you know we launched memberships on this channel. So there's going to be a lot of exclusive content. If you become a member of the channel, you're going to have access to content that Shake and I have put together behind the scenes leading up to the season during the off season. You're going to get preference for the panels. You can pop up on the panel before everybody else. So join Fury Fam as a member today. There's a membership button right here somewhere. Click the membership button and join. Become a member of Phin-Addict Fury. It's going to be a great season. So much content. And this is the thing. Because Shake held it down so much over the offseason, and this dude just has a vision. This dude, like, his vision and his ideas are second to none, man. So we've been chopping it up a lot behind the scenes, and even when we're not, Shake's just running with stuff. He's like, Larry, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And he just runs with it, and everything he touches, man, he masters, and he just slays. So just because the offseason's over and the season's starting, and just because I'm back does not mean that Shake Money is not going to be giving you a heavy dose all the time. And let me just say right here, Adam Sadowski, my bro, the first Phin-Addict Fury member has just signed up, has just landed with the Canes logo. I know that might make Shake a little bit mad, but we out here, man. It's Miami, it's the Canes. Thank you so much for your support and being a member. You're first up on the panel if you want to get on the panel, Adam. So I appreciate it greatly, sir. There's a lot of perks. I'm going to be striving. Here's the thing. I didn't launch memberships until this year because I wanted to make sure that when I launched memberships, you were actually getting something from me. You feel me? And until I was in a position to give you something, I wasn't going to open it up to memberships. Now I'm in a position to give you content and give you something, so I'm opening it up for memberships. I'm looking forward to an awesome season. I know Shake is. I know G is. I know Lucci is. I know all these cats that are affiliated. Color is. And you know we got mad love for the Fins tailgate, and they're all out here hanging with us. And Adam, I love you, man. Thank you for being a bona fide member of Fury Fam. It's just dope to see you guys. It's dope to be back around you guys. And I'm excited for another Miami Dolphins season. Now, I wanna say this. You know, tonight's theme, I want to talk about the 53-man roster. I want to talk about moves we made. I want to talk about moves we did not make. You saw today, Schefter came out and said, look, the Jonathan Taylor sweepstakes is off. Miami will not be pursuing any longer. Now, you never know. There's a trade deadline of October. Perhaps we still go after Jonathan Taylor. He's a Jersey dude, by the way, South Jersey cat. Perhaps we still go after him, but as of right now, we're not anymore. And look, I want to hear your thoughts on the season. I'll do a preview, you know, a prediction video pre-recorded, and Shake's doing the preview show. I'm going to try to jump on that as much as I can, too. End of the day, man, there's a lot of hype around the team this season. There's a lot of enthusiasm, and I love it as a Dolphins fan. There's a lot of expectations on us. But I want to hear from you guys, you know, because there's a lot, and since we've started, there's even a lot more YouTubers. There's a lot more Miami Dolphins YouTubers out here these days. And what you're going to get from me is you're going to get what you've been getting from me, which is realness and objectivity. And I'm just going to continue to keep it real. And here's where I'm at with this team. I'm in a wait and see. And Lucci out here with the 50-piece, man. Welcome back. Sir, you've been holding me down on here. You've been holding me down with the photo pursuits. You've been holding me down a lot of ways. We even got in our little scrappy BS back and forth about political nonsense we ain't going to go into, but you still holding it down, and I'm still holding you down, man. I'm looking forward to having you on the panel tonight, Lucci, and it's great to have you in here, and it's great to be back, and I'm looking forward to talking with all you guys and having content with all of you guys. And look, it's me on this channel, fine, I founded it, but once you found something, it gets way beyond you. And this channel has been bringing you content, like the Shake content that he put out with In the Blender. That's content you're not getting anywhere else on YouTube. That's content you're not getting anywhere else in Dolphins world. And the fact that Shake stuck with me and kept it on this channel means a lot to me too, because he has other options. He has other people and audiences in other places. This channel is for all of us to create and have a space, and we are all the contributors. When people out there tune into this channel, they're tuning into all of us and the content and the vibe that we put out. And I think we put out a great vibe and great content on this channel. Dolphineer, what up, fellow Jersey? A lot of Dolphins fans. I got a new girlfriend, by the way, and she's from New York, across the river right here. And she couldn't believe how many Dolphins fans we see in Jersey all the time. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of us. We got family in Florida. The Giants and Jets don't claim us. We are out here. And Lucci, member number 2 of Fury Fam, welcome, my brother. So Adam and Lucci are now officially members of the channel. It's dope, and we're gonna get rolling, man. The Dolphins are gonna get rolling, and this fan base is gonna get rolling. Here's my thing, right? And I know that with the crew that follows this channel and the crew of people we have in here, I want to know objectively balanced. I know we're all hyped about the season. I know we're all hyped, but yo, to me, our biggest splash in the offseason, we had 2 of them. It was Chosen Anderson, and it was Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey's out for most of the year. He's out till December. Chosen is out here. He's doing some business, but I was reading today, I think Braxton Berrios is probably going to be the number 3 guy, but we'll talk about that. The reason I bring this up, and Adam, we Fury Fam out here, and I see you and Lucci got that little S on it, the member logo. But here's the thing. We are essentially running back last year in a lot of ways. The main difference I see is Vic Fangio coming in, which could be a huge plus for us. But outside of Vic Fangio, man, we are basically running it back. And I'm in a wait-and-see approach with this team. Because we could have all the expectations in the world, but we had these expectations last year. As far as I saw, Tua Tagovailoa. Now, what I tell you at the end of last season, I told you guys at the end of last season, I told you this. I said, what? And Joe, great to be back, my brother. Welcome back. The narrative was going to be, and the Dolphins wanted this, the narrative was going to be, Tua got hurt. If Tua hadn't gotten hurt, we would be dope. We would be amazing. Once Tua's healthy, we are going to run things. But I told you that was only part of the story. I told you that the other part of the story was that Tua and McDaniel struggled to adapt at certain points later in the season. And it hurt us. And we were already struggling and reeling a little bit before Tua got hurt after Green Bay. And so just having Tua back healthy is not enough for me to say, yo, this team's going to the Super Bowl. Especially when our splash signing, Jalen Ramsey, got hurt. And I'll tell you the truth. I understand why we don't invest in running backs in today's NFL, but damn, man. Dalvin Cook wanted to be here. Jonathan Taylor wanted to be here. Now, with Taylor, I see another side because I think Irsay's playing games, to be honest with you, so I'm not putting that on the Dolphins. I'm not putting that on Greer. But we haven't invested heavily in the running back room. We haven't invested heavily in the offensive line. We invested a little bit in the defense, but that is out, that unfortunate that Ramsey got hurt. We got a new defensive coordinator, which I think will help. But this season, in my opinion, is still going to rest on, can Mike McDaniel, with his quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, can they out-innovate? Can they win the chess match with other guys and other coaches who think they have them figured out? Now, Tua had a good showing after the interception in the second preseason game, but he still had that interception. And it's still because he's dropping back and firing and not necessarily reading the defense. That doesn't go away just because it's a new season and we want to be hyped. So I'm in a wait-and-see approach. And something with the front office that kind of gets me, that's kind of irking me in addition to the running back room, is You let Mike Gesicki go, and we all understand Mike Gesicki is not a great blocking tight end. We all agree that he probably had to go given this philosophy. However, he's a dedicated, loyal playmaker that we drafted, and we let him go. And the reason I bring him up is I'm really kind of salty, a little saltier than Tua himself, a little saltier than Shake's drink to commemorate Tua's saltiness about the fact that Christian Wilkins still don't have a deal, man. Now, I understand he's asking for a lot of money, but that's the nature of the beast in today's NFL, the modern NFL. Now, they just restructured Cedric Wilson, so I'm wondering if they restructured him to try to make room for Wilkins. But here's why that's a big deal, right? It's not just on the field production. I see a lot of people talking about, well, Wilkins doesn't produce that much. He doesn't produce this much. Leadership, culture, those things matter to a team. And Christian Wilkins was a leader. He is a leader. He's a big part of our culture. He's a big part of our bravado on defense. And so you send a message to the team when you don't lock up a guy like that who's an integral personality in the locker room that you don't necessarily take care of the guys you draft. Now, I know it's the beginning of the season, and I'm not trying to be negative, and I'm not trying to bring anybody down. I'm just trying to give you content that you're not getting anywhere else. And the fact of the matter is that I'm in wait-and-see mode with this team. I'm excited for the season. I think it'll be a fun season. I'm going to do a prediction video before the season. But I'm going to wait and see. I'm the show me state right now. This is a show me channel, man. I want to see what Miami actually does before I start saying we're Super Bowl contenders, this, that, and the third. That's just where I'm at. Kenna Rankin, what up? JC Bills Mafia, what up? What up, everybody? Super chats are open, by the way. Memberships are open if you didn't see before. Memberships are open. Become a member. You'll get preference for the panel. You'll get preference for a lot of things, and there's all kinds of other perks. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. But tonight, what I want to happen tonight, I want you guys to convince me that I shouldn't be in wait-and-see mode, or agree with me, whatever you want to do. Either you're saying you're co-signing Larry, we're in wait-and-see mode, or you're saying, yo, Larry, brighten up. The future's bright. The season's going to be crazy. But tell me why. Start your entry into the panel by saying that, and I'm going to start with Shake and Greg, but show me why. Kevin, what up, my brother? It's been a long time. So great to see you, my brother. So great to see you. And I agree, Scrappy. With that said, Shake, come on up, man, and give me your thoughts and just talk to the people, man. You've been holding this channel down for so long. Talk to the people, bro.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Chilling. How the hell are you doing? You got your cigar. Look at the background. Look at the mic. Shake's growth has been exponential, man, and it's dope to see. What's on your mind, bro? What's going on?
Oh, let's bring somebody else up. We got a couple of home. We have Mr. I invited him. He's in the back channel. Mr. Pialucci, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
Let him speak to you because he's been trying to get a hold of you for the last minute. So go ahead, Pialucci. Floor is yours. Can you hear us, Anthony?
Because he's in the position where he was when he dropped that dope video that went viral, where he was just breaking down to it. That's where he's at right now. So I'm excited for what he's about to say.
Can't hear.
You can't hear?
You can't hear? We can hear you.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He'll come back.
So, well, as you know, they traded my guy. No, it's him, Benogany.
Yes.
Terrible.
I cried in the car.
No, and yo, G liked Iggy too, bro. You guys liked Iggy, man.
But
If
real
it
quick,
wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Exactly.
True.
But real quick, let me before we get, I think he's back. I'm gonna go over the 53-man roster real quick.
Okay.
Give a breakdown, and then we'll get our thoughts.
Sounds good.
What's going on, Anthony? Go ahead.
Hey, brother. Sorry, I just couldn't hear before when I come in. There was no sound, so I backed out and came back. It's working now.
No problem. Good. Go for it.
Good to see everybody. Greg, how you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you.
He's grinding, bro. Look, he's got his Stop and Shop gear. He ain't playing. Greg doesn't play. He doesn't take any days off with LG shaking the panel, bro.
I know. But go ahead, Anthony Pialucci. The floor is yours, man. I know you've been waiting for this man to come back, so you know.
Larry, that's my guy. No, I'm 100% in agreement with Larry, man. As far as Tua doesn't, I mean, to his health and everything. And, there's all the people that really think that he did a great job. There was games where he really did. He did good, man. And when we were down against some really good teams, like Baltimore and Buffalo, he didn't panic. He came back. He showed he had fortitude. He really showed me some stuff that I was questionable to me because prior to that, we didn't get to see him in those situations. He'd get yanked and they put in fits, and in panic situations, he didn't panic. He played good. There was some questionable games, I felt like, but I feel like my whole thing is Mike McDaniel last year had almost a mission to he come in with a lot of cap for Tua, man, saying how good he is, how accurate he throws the ball. And I really almost felt like his whole game plan was, we're going to show everybody Tua can get it done. And like he did that, admittedly. And I mean, look at the season Tyreek had, Waddle. I mean, he did that. But what he didn't do was, once the book was out on him, he didn't try to change it up at all. And I mean, I've said before, man, I know I'm repeating myself. I always was under the assumption when he brought in Mostert and Wilson, it's like, okay, these are San Fran guys that are familiar with his, game planning or whatever. So it'll be easy for them to transition to the playbook, and that'll lessen the pressure on Tua. We get a good running game going. It'll open up the field more for Tua. They'll have to stack the box. And it seemed like he was doing that, man. Mostert, I'm a broken record with this. The guy was playing good, man. He was averaging like 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And then they'd stop. And they just throw the ball to Tyreek or throw the ball to Waddle. And it was like, I don't know, it kind of got mundane, man. I was like, damn. So I'm in agreement with Larry. To me, this isn't I want Tua to stay healthy for a whole year just so we can see if he is the guy. Because for right now, it's not whether his skill set or whatever, it's if he can stay healthy. So let's see if he's healthy the whole year, how he plays, so we know whether we're beating a dead horse or if we can move on, or if he's the guy. But I'm more concerned with Mike McDaniel and his coaching ability. That's really my main concern. Fangio, I mean, is proven. I believe in our defense. And, in the closing note, I agree with Larry about Wilkins, man. I said it last week. And everybody's like, oh, sacks. Listen, man, he led his position in tackles. There's other guys that we get that are supposed to, get sacks. This guy creates situations. Sealer has a lot of the stuff he has because Wilkins, sometimes it's not always about what, there's behind the scenes stuff. There's stats that don't show, and Wilkins has a lot of that. And look at him. He ended his, right before we come on, he ended his, holdout, whatever they wanted to call it, and he's going to play ball. I mean, if this is the kind of guy that you want for your I would want for my organization, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're just handing out, because he's a good guy and because he's not complaining and crying. The guys, if you watch the games, man, he makes plays way up the field. When our linebackers are getting outrun, he runs guys down. But anyways,
right.
that's my take.
Yeah, and I appreciate your take, too, because you're 100% right, especially in football. You free a guy up by clogging up two linemen, and you send Sailor in there to make the sack. That's Wilkins creating, and he's a hell of a run stopper. But, bro, what I agree most with what you said is that's what I'm most concerned about and wondering about. Mike McDaniel, football is a chess game. You got 11 pieces on the board, and you got to do what you got to do. And the other guy across the sidelines trying to outsmart you. And I didn't see him, one up the guy once they figured out his initial approach to Tua. And I haven't seen it in the preseason. So until I see it, Anthony, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you saw was we had guys that'll beat your guys. But
Yes.
once they stopped that, once they brought back up for that limited that stuff real quick. But that's what you saw is he had superior talent. My guys will beat your guys. But ultimately, like you said, that's checkers, not chess. Ultimately, you have to be able to,
Bro, 100%. That's well said. Well said. So, Shake, what are you gonna do? You gonna break down the roster? Or
Yeah.
Does G want to chime in with some?
Go ahead, G. Go ahead. I'll let you chime in.
G's out here. G, where you at today? Produce, cashier, just flirting with old ladies. What you up to today? Flirting with the young chick?
Are you milk hunting?
I'm at the customer service booth.
Ah, G's a good customer service representative, sir.
Hell yeah.
Oh, G's really at work? Is that what he's
Yeah,
doing?
bro. Look, he's got his Stop and Shop gear on, bro. That's
Yo,
his
that's
thing.
dedication. Greg,
Hell yeah.
salute to you, my brother.
Yeah, bro.
That's some real dedication, right?
Mhm.
The good news is, once I go back to school, I won't be working Tuesdays. I'll just have a class that goes till 6, so I'll be at home.
So you'll be here with us on Tuesdays.
Hell
That's
yeah.
when the show's gonna be. All right, Shake. So break down this roster for us, bro, and I want us to chime in about how we feel about it.
But before we do, I'm gonna just say this right now. I'm the odd man out here. I think Christian Wilkins is overrated. That's just my opinion. I think the only thing he leads the league in is grabbing other people's towel and grabbing Josh Allen's.
Hey, that works, bro. That's a mind tactic.
yeah. To me, he's overrated. We should trade him and get some good picks because he's not going to be on this roster next year. That's just me, though. But anyway, let's break down the roster, shall we?
We shall. How are you gonna do it? You gonna do it by position group?
Yeah. We got 3 quarterbacks. We kept the 3 quarterbacks: Tua Tagovailoa, Mike White, and Skylar Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any thoughts on that?
I think Mike White struggled in preseason and practice, but I do think Mike White's a gamer, and it's going to be interesting to see who's the backup. I think they make White the backup because of his contract, but Skylar's making strides, man. So,
No. Yeah. I think Skylar Thompson should be, in my opinion, QB number 2.
Yeah.
I think he's earned it.
I agree with you.
Skylar should be the backup. He played a playoff game. Only
yeah,
quarterback on the
and he didn't
roster.
do bad either, bro. He had some balls.
I'll tell you what, Mike White is the best number 3 we could have. To be
True
honest
story,
with you.
yeah.
So we picked up 5 running backs: Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Devon Achane, Salvan Ahmed, which
Savon's a beast, yo. I like him. Yeah, that's dope.
Yes.
You better frame that, bro. You better put it in the back of your decor.
it's coming up here soon.
All
But
right.
no, and of course the undrafted running back everybody was hyped about. Where the hell did I put it?
So who we got? So you're saying Mostert, Wilson, Ahmed, Akane,
Achane and the undrafted running back.
I was sad about Gaskin going, bro. I kind of he had a lot of
Gaskin.
heart, bro. He had a lot of heart, but you could tell. See, that's what I'm saying with coaches. McDaniel didn't really like him because he barely played him last year, so you knew he was out. You know, I don't know if I agree with it or not. It saves contract money, I guess, but I don't know. I liked him.
Okay.
Why they couldn't stash the undrafted kid on the practice squad?
Chris Brooks. Yeah, I mean, everybody was like, yeah, there he is. Thank you, man. Yeah, everybody liked him. Apparently he's kind of like a physical back. So with your short downs, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we kept the elite position here. We got 1 fullback with Alec Ingold.
I love it. I love fullbacks, bro. I love the I formation. Anthony Lucci's over here nodding because he knows that's what's up, man.
Seriously. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
He's no Lusaka polite, but it'll do, right?
When that's what I thought of when you were talking about Gaskin, saying when you're in a low yardage situation. Palaka was like 18-0 at one point in those situations, and
That was great.
they still let him go. But you know, that's the times are changing.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, Crypto's in the building, man. Crypto
What up?
He just joined the Finn's Tailgate, and me and him, the episode is gonna drop on the Finn's Tailgate. We did a 53-man prediction roster Saturday morning.
I love
No,
it.
Sunday morning, around 10 o'clock. So, and we're gonna see where we were right. We're gonna see where we were wrong. So, we got 6 receivers. We got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, who, by the way, restructured his contract.
Saw that.
Izu E, Braxton Berrios, and River Craycraft.
Okay.
So I like that. I like that we have guys, and of course they cut
They cut
Anderson.
Chosen, so he wasn't chosen, bro.
No.
But I'm wondering, what is the deal? Why'd they cut him? Like, he was so hyped up all offseason, but Guess what? I know why on the DL, and I'll tell you guys in private. I have an idea because of some stuff that went down last year. If you know what I'm saying.
Well, no, I think this is what I listened to Omar Kelly and Alan Poupard.
Omar's good. Yeah,
they do have a podcast.
They got a good podcast because I like Poupard too, man. He keeps it real. He's smart.
He was saying that. By the way, shout out to the Dolphins Den CEO Terry Days.
Yeah, he's in the building.
Terry Days in the building. What's up, Tori?
What up, kid?
I had to be. I couldn't be. I'll be remiss if I didn't shout him out. But no, they were saying that there's a possibility that they might cut him, so they could put a few people on the on IR. And hey, listen, we're gonna cut you. We'll sign you back tomorrow. But I think there's a chance they cut him. There's a good chance he might get picked up tomorrow. I don't know, but
I could see
they cut him.
And by the way, just for you guys who are in the chat who didn't hear me before, memberships are open, man. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. We already got 2 members of Fury Fam officially as content for you. Just check in, man, and share the video. We're back. We are back live. So go ahead, Shake.
Only 2 tight ends, which is Durham Smythe and Julian Hill.
That's interesting.
Yeah, 2 tight ends.
That's interesting. Only 2, and they, I don't know, man. I don't know about that tight end room right there. That's
well, I think, like I said, that's one of the reasons I wanted to get Gesicki for a high pick, even if it was a 3rd round, because Gesicki wasn't. If you look at Tua in Alabama, he really didn't have a tight end to throw to. That's not part of the scheme that he was running. So, unless you get like a generational tight end, there was no reason to keep Gesicki, because at the end of the day, look, yeah, they use him as a slot. He's a good route runner for a tight end, but as a slot receiver, Gesicki was a poor route runner.
Yeah, he was.
For a slot receiver.
But he could catch though.
But he still made plays. That's my thing. Like
he made those hard catches, and Tua throws a lot of jump balls.
But here's the thing: when you put a safety on Gesicki, he's erasable.
I don't know, man.
That's a bold statement.
That's a real bold statement.
Yeah, that's a bold. I don't agree with that.
I don't really like this tight end room.
So how
to
many
be
big
honest.
plays?
I don't
All
like
those
this
big
tight
plays.
end room.
Dude, how many yak did he have? How many yards after carry did he have?
Didn't matter because he was catching 20-yard, 30-yard passes
exactly.
without having to
run.
run.
He was catching them one hand. He was catching them over 2 guys. He had a lot of spectacular hard catches. He might not have been burning up the field after.
Not too many though. Not too many. Like what? Maybe 3 out of 10.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't care if he got yak because we don't have another weapon like that on the team, right? We have small, fast guys who are beasts, but we don't have that big body dude. And now you're cut. I'm not saying Chosen is all that because I see Tori saying why. I agree with you, but you're getting rid of those lanky, bigger guys who can go up and get balls in favor of all these smaller, fast guys. And I'm wondering how you're going to, and I know Tyler Croft is my dude because he's a Rutgers cat, but I'm like, you cut him, you cut Gesicki, you let him walk. You got 2 tight ends on the roster, but you were talking a big game about how you need tight ends that are dual threats and all this. And I don't like the one dimension. And you don't got a running back. You didn't bring.
Smythe ain't got no yards after the catch. You want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
Definitely ain't doing nothing after the catch.
Yeah, but he ain't asking for what Gesicki was asking for.
I get it, but at what point do we stop this Patriots way nonsense where we don't pay anybody because we're just better than that, man? You got to get some.
I mean,
if you're cutting guys because they don't want money, then you better give it to the guys that deserve it, like Wilkins. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
True.
Overrated. That's
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
All right. I don't like the tight end room, Shake. I don't like it. We're gonna get back to that. Go to the next position group.
I think the biggest regret will be getting rid of Gesicki this year.
I agree with you, bro. Like,
watch.
Because
go ahead, Larry.
I play
Sorry.
Madden, right? I always use my tight end, especially with Hill and Waddle.
They didn't use him last year. That's the whole point, though. They didn't even throw him the ball hardly. So, I mean, it's like, I see what you're saying, Greg, and I'm totally in agreement with you, but they didn't use him last. He was, unless when Bridgewater came in the game, then they utilized him. You know, he had a couple touchdowns against Minnesota. Then he was doing what he was supposed to do. But with Tua, and maybe to what Shake said, he wasn't used to using the tight end in Alabama. I don't know what the reason was, but it was head scratching to me.
Bro, I agree with you, man. And when they used him, he bailed them out, bro. Look at Baltimore. That rally starts with throwing it to Gesicki in the end zone, man. He was still there for him when they called the right play. I'm telling you, that's why I'm in wait-and-see mode, bro. I don't know. I'm in wait-and-see mode.
See, but I like this, though. You know what I'm saying? This isn't an echo chamber. We're all having Discord. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
like
that's
that.
why this channel is what it is, man. This is Fury Fam, and families don't always agree, but we keep it real and objective. That's what
Yeah.
we're doing. So go to the O-line, I guess. Is that where you're headed? I don't know where you were headed. My bad.
Yeah, O-line. Yeah. By the way, man, I'm gonna be having a beer with both of y'all this season, man. That's what I'm hoping, yo. When you come down
So
here, man.
I'm coming
Oh,
down.
I'm sorry.
yo.
I'm sorry. I'm not having a beer. I'm talking a cognac. I don't drink beer. Cognac.
I think it's going to be that last week of October, just so you guys know. If we could link at the game or whatever, I'm gonna be down there with the girl. She's going to want to do her stuff with, but the game day, man, if I could link with you guys. I know you guys aren't right around the corner, but I think it's going to be that
I have
last
family down there. When you let me know when you're going, I'm going. Dolphin Winners is going to the Buffalo game. It's my business to go there to hang out with him when he goes. You tell me when you're coming, I'll be there. I'm only 3 hours away.
I'll give you a heads up well in advance, bro. Once I book it, and then I'll see you at the game, bro. Let's just go.
Absolutely.
I look forward to it.
And by the way, Larry, we haven't come, and I have a new girlfriend too.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got a new girlfriend?
Yeah, don't tell my wife though.
Yo, bro.
Between us.
Yeah, football games are for the mistresses, just like Goodfellas, bro. Sundays are for the girlfriends. That's funny.
So anyway, we got 10 offensive tackles. We got Terran Armstead, Isaiah Wynn, Carlin Williams, Robert Hunt, Austin Jackson, Kendall Lamb, Robert Jones, Liam Eichenberg, Lester Cotton, and Keon Smith.
What's your thoughts?
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah, that's my same damn thoughts, bro. We didn't do nothing at line. I'm not convinced on Eichenberg. I'm sorry.
It's a good thing Tua put on some pound weight and took jiu-jitsu because he's gonna take a beating.
Can we all agree that Tua put on like a heavy amount of weight, and I kind of dig it, I kind of respect it? Like he looks way big. Dude, I know Clark said he was thick. I thought he was playing. I didn't know he was making fun. There was a whole controversy. I thought he was joking. I don't really know.
I mean, look, he put on pounds, but they're trying to make him act like he's like looking like Rikishi. He's not, bro. That's a different. You know what I'm saying? If you look at him, he has. You could tell he still has arm definition. You know what I'm saying? His legs, his calves
I'm not mad at
it. Yeah, his legs look like coconuts, bro. I mean,
I'm not mad at it, and I did see him fall. I was making fun of jiu-jitsu all year because it's just silly how much they harp on. Like, look, he's using jiu-jitsu. It's like a new headline. I'm like, bro, but I did see him fall kind of better, so I don't know. Maybe I'm in wait and see about that too, bro. I don't know.
And you know what's funny? We had Brandon Tobin on the Finn's tailgate last night, and he was saying that his son takes jiu-jitsu, that type of jiu-jitsu. He says day one, the first thing they teach you is how to tuck your head in, and when you fall on the ground, to make sure your head doesn't hit the ground when you fall.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
Tobin's a good dude too, man. You guys doing moves over there on tailgate. That's good stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So but yeah, the offensive line, I think they remember I told you last year. They this is the franchise that sells the car for gas money.
Yes.
Well, this is the franchise that puts 20-inch rims on a Yugo.
Yeah, it is though. That's what I'm mad about, bro. But you don't even take care of your engine, bro. You don't take care of your transmission. You don't take care of that. You let that walk, but you put the rims on the outside. That's why I'm skeptical. I gotta be honest, I'm skeptical.
We got elite running backs. We got elite every position except for the person that's protecting the quarterback. But the one thing I could admit when I seen was what was encouraging for me when I looked at the preseason was the fact that Tua's instincts were pretty well. You know what I'm saying? You could tell a difference between instincts when Skyler was in and when Tua was in.
Tua. Yeah,
feeling the two kind of feel Tua feels the pressure a little bit better than Skyler can.
And the thing with Tua to me is, I'm not saying that the guy isn't a starting 32 in the league. I think he is. I think the question is whether he can will us to a championship, because you can straight up see, which like what you just said about the line. We are, and what Lucci said before, bro, it feeds into this. He's making Tua the focal point. You didn't get a big-time running back. You didn't invest in the offensive line. You invested heavily in receivers. You didn't invest in tight ends. You are saying this guy's what's going to will us to a championship. And I'm not saying he's not a starting quarterback in this league, because he is, but is he the guy who wills you to a championship without a running game? And I'm not saying I love Mostert. I love them, but like it's not the same dominant running game. So that goes to Lucci's point, bro. Is this dude gonna will us with McDaniel? It remains to be seen.
Larry, I
Yeah.
think this offensive line is too Teron Armstead dependent. Like we saw last year, he got banged up. He missed, like, I think 2 games, the 49ers game and one other game, and the offense wasn't looking good. I feel like once he gets hurt, that's the season.
Totally agree with that too, and that's
'Cause
scary
I
because
don't
he already
believe-
banged up.
And he's already banged up too, so.
Agreed, bro. Good point. Good point. So none of us really love the O line.
No, except for Armstead, of course. And
Well,
Win. I like Win too. Win.
There's
Win
some
is a
dudes I
win.
like, but as a whole, I don't think
Win is a
you know,
win-win for me. No pun intended. Well, actually,
Lee
pun intended.
Eckenberg is going to be better this year.
I hope, bro.
Here's what I'm hoping for. This is what I'm hoping for, honestly. I'm hoping that Win is the left guard, right? And when if Teron Armstead was to get injured, they move him to left tackles. I think I trust him better on by himself because he was productive on the left side in New England. It's when they put him to the right side where he started dipping. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think the left side will be stable if it's Win and Armstead, but that's just my opinion.
And
We're
we
gonna
got to worry
see.
about Connor Williams too. What I saw Saturday night was
Yeah, what was that
terrible.
about, bro?
He overhyped it, and I didn't like the fact that Tua went diving for it. I mean,
Yeah, Tua's got to knock some of that off, bro.
Yeah.
We know you have heart, bro. Stop trying to prove yourself.
But no,
Yeah.
here's the one thing I did because I rewatched the game because I got YouTube TV now, and the thing I like about that is we're not sponsored by UTV, by the way.
Yeah.
One thing
day,
I
maybe.
do,
You got
one
the
day,
plug.
yeah. One thing that I do like about is that you get to watch the game the next day, and I rewatched the first. And the one thing I did like was the fact that he was about to land on the ball. The ball was right next to him, and he saw that a lineman was one of the defensive lineman was about to come get the ball. He instantly punched the ball to one of the offensive linemen. So the guy wouldn't scoop up right when the guy was about to scoop up the fumble. He punched the ball away from him. So that was good instinct on his behalf to make that play. So kind of a keep away move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it.
yeah. Also, if we play Buffalo or the Jets, the Patriots, they hate our guts. If Connor Williams has a high snap and Tua goes for it, they're gonna try to knock him out.
Of course they
Like
are.
El
Everybody
Cap brought
is,
that up.
man. Everybody.
By the way, the feeling is mutual. We hate them just as much.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick,
Go ahead.
for me, with the line, right? I feel like we could really go places with the line we have, and this is why I say that, right? The run game last year, when it was utilized, was efficient. I mean, if I watch every game, if you watch the games, they ran the ball really good when they ran the ball. It wasn't like we were getting stuffed like all the years before. You know, when they ran the ball efficient. The O-line is good for that. If you continue to run the ball, and we were getting nice yards, whether it be Wilson or Mostert, they were getting nice. And even, what's his name, man, who played for Duke Johnson the year before, when he was running the ball, he was getting some chunks when he was running.
Hell yeah.
And we added Armstead since Duke Johnson. But anyway, if you run the ball, that's going to change the whole molecular for the defense. And then that'll allow where you can do what these little 5-yard slants or whatever for Tua in the pass game. It'll open all that up. I mean, I know it sounds so elementary and you're like, oh, it's got to be. But I mean, but does it really? This is I think McDaniel sometimes outthinks things. Like, you can just play. I've watched football. I played on a small level, but I've watched it my whole life. I'm 42 years old. I've been watching since I was 5 years old, however many 30 years that is. You know, you can win games if you can play hard nosed. There's people that don't change it up too much. I mean, the Patriots won. How many times they go to the Super Bowl? They never really changed up their game plan. It was like, this is what we do. Stop us from doing it. Really, when you think about it, And then they opened the run game with the pass game. But seriously, bro, if we just ran the ball, and if it's efficient and it's working, make the defense change it up, and then that opens up the pass. But again, that falls back to Kim McDaniels. And I thought he was supposed to be some run guru. I thought he was the one why Deebo Samuels had all those yards and all these fancy spans. I don't know what the hell happened to that. But if you look at it like that, I know it sounds weird.
Yeah.
I feel like the O line was good enough for the run game.
Yeah.
That if we get that run game going and we cram it down the throat, then it opens up for the pass. And then they can't put all those people to rush Tua. And I don't know. I think that's why they didn't try, me personally, but then again, they didn't utilize the line like that. So I don't know.
Well, there were some decisions that we saw last year where McDaniel clearly was trying to overthink it and outplayed himself a few times in pivotal situations. I agree with you. Yeah. Mostert, I think my biggest concern is his durability, but the dude was like a bat out of hell when he was running and hitting the hole. I like Mostert a lot, and Wilson had some good games too, and I'm not going to forget Ahmed because I like the kid. I think you're right, bro. You could do a running back by committee, and the blocking scheme did work. And if McDaniel sticks to it, good. But I wonder if he's de-emphasizing the running back room just because of what you said, trying to emphasize Tua. Time will tell, bro.
But Larry, my only hope against that, Larry, sorry, Shakes, real quick.
No, you're good, bro. Take your time.
He got that out of the way last year. Okay, now, I proved my point. Tua's not a laughing stock. He's not just and hopefully now that he's got that out of his system, this year he'll do something, a little more.
Yeah,
I hear you, bro. I hope so too.
I agree.
Right,
I don't think he shouldn't try to prove nothing to nobody, man. At the end of the day, it should be a team, not an individual sport, and I think that's been Aaron Rodgers' downfall for the last since he won the Super Bowl. Is he thinks that it's all about him, and it's not. You need your other 11 players to cooperate. If you don't have your 11 players on all cylinders, it doesn't matter how good the one player is. If the other 10 guys aren't in sync and unison with you, you know what I'm saying? That's the beauty about football. This isn't basketball where the hot guy gets, wins the game, or the baseball where the pitcher gets a hot streak and strikes everybody out. You know what I'm saying? It's a complex dynamic, and that's what I love about it. And by the way, all right, moving on to the defensive linemen. We got 5 defensive linemen, which is Christian Wilkins, Zach Seiler, Emmanuel Ogbah, Raekwon Davis, and Brandon Peely, UDFA. So, and you know what's funny? I like is the fact that these UDFAs is saying something. If they made this roster as a UDFA, that means they really see something, because this is the team that could be picky.
Right.
So, being that they picked up UDFAs, they must have saw something special, especially with when you got a defensive minded coach like Vic Fangio.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like that defensive line. That defensive line to me is straight up beastly. I think Wilkins is gonna have something to prove. I don't know if we'll see it again next year, but I mean, look, I think that defensive line is formidable to say the least. I think they're gonna do some damage. They're gonna wreak some havoc on some guys, especially with Fangio calling plays. I'm excited about that D line. That's a monster D line, bro. Especially if Davis stays healthy and everything. That's a monster D line.
And then we got 7 linebackers. We got Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Jerome Baker, David Long, Andrew Van Ginkel, Duke Riley, and Channing Tindall. I like this group. I like these linebackers.
I like it too.
Andrew Van Ginkel is going to be the X factor on defense this year. I'm believing
Van Ginks, I'm a fan, and the fact that Fangio called him back and wanted him to rejoin the Dolphins I'm excited about it. And let me tell you something. Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't he have a not so good season, or just
last year he had a fell? So the season before he made a lot of plays, bro.
Yeah.
Last season he kind of fell off, and then he posted on Instagram, Van Ginks, that he was he made it seem like he was gone. He's like, thank you, Miami. It's been great, whatever. Yeah. But apparently, from what I read, Fangio came in and Fangio got him on the phone ASAP and tried to get him to come back. So honestly, that's kind of dope. I'm happy. Me too. I like him a lot, and I like the hair, bro. I think he's going to be an X factor for listen, Jalen Phillips to me, bro, it has all the potential in the absolute world. Jalen Phillips was coming on last year. Jalen Phillips could be an all-pro outside linebacker in this league. I love that linebacker core, bro. I gotta be honest with you. I really like that linebacker core, especially if Fangio could get something out of Chubb, bro, because we didn't get as much out of him last year.
Yeah, and even Tyndall. I mean, I don't think Tyndall played as much. We could get something out of him.
Yeah, I like that. I actually like that a lot. That linebacker core a lot.
Yeah, I really do.
And the thing I like about this linebacking core is they're positionless, so they could interchange from outside to inside.
Yes.
So it's Phillips. Even though, like I said, you know me, I'm a Gator through and through. But at the end of the day, I gotta respect Phillips' talent. Now that's a guy who I think is gonna be the heart and soul of this defense in the near future. He's a guy
I
who's
agree
a
with
leader.
you. He's JT. Like he's like a young JT to me, bro. He's a beast. Does he realize that potential? We'll see. But he's and JT. When he started playing outside linebacker with Saban, he hit his stride even more than with his hand down in the dirt. So Phillips playing outside linebacker already, I think gives him a leg up. I'm excited about that linebacker group.
And here's the thing: another reason why I like Phillips so much was because for the fact that, look, here's a guy, he got into a bad scooter accident. He retired from football. He was gonna go because his mom was into music. He was gonna go into music. Yeah. And he had this thing where, inside him, where it wouldn't allow him to not play football. So he went to the University of Miami, got a second win, and I think he this was meant for him, man. This was his calling, man, and I'm glad we got him.
I agree. I'm hyped about that whole. Phillips is a beast, and I'm hyped about the other guys. I think Chubb is going to be out to prove something. He got that big contract, didn't really show out last year. I think Fangio is going to find ways to use him, and the fact he brought Van Ginkel back. Look, you put that defensive line with Zach Sealer, you put that defensive line with those linebackers, and you talk about a pass rush, we finally got one, in my opinion, with that personnel. That personnel's rough to go up against, bro.
Hey, real quick, and this is what's important to me, again, to go back to Wilkins. You got Wilkins is a really young guy, right? Mm-hmm. Phillips is a really young guy. And I know we're about to get into the defensive backs. Holland is a really young guy. But all three of these guys have the potential to be stars at their position in the league. We have a nucleus. We can plug guys. When you got it like that, now we got our defensive anchor, Wilkins, who and then we got Phillips over here, or, like a Joey Porter or Jason Taylor, we could a hand down or drop back. And Holland is a beast, where we can have three guys on our defense where this can carry us, for years to come if we play the cards right. To me, that's important, man. I mean, we haven't had it like that. I mean, since we had Thomas, Taylor, and I mean, we always we had Sammy Knight. Well, we had Madison and Surtain, but as far as, we had Buckley, we had Sammy Knight, we had a few safety, Brock Marion, but we were able to plug those guys in because we had Taylor and Thomas, but now we'll have three guys and one in each phase of the defense. And it's to me, it's a no fucking brain. Pardon the language. It's why wouldn't they give him the money? I mean, I
agree with you, bro. Yeah,
come on, man. And he's got the right attitude about it. Yes. The guy's not pissing and moaning and sitting out. He's still showing up for the team. That's going to speak volumes to other guys that want a contract. Look, this isn't the way you handle your business, man. You show up, you show out, and you get your money. It's like, come on, man. It's building a culture.
I agree with you. And that's three, like you said, all three levels of the defense, young guys that are franchise guys that are into the culture, that buy the culture. I agree with you, bro. And that's where I start to question the front office if they're not going to keep Wilkins. Are you going to letting guys play to the end of their contract and then walk that we drafted?
Yeah.
Come on now.
It's bozo stuff, man.
It is, bro. It is.
We need Pat Riley to come to the Miami Dolphins.
True story. Sports are sports, whatever. Get
I could see
the Godfather over, man.
Yeah, Riley. Bro.
Hey, man, I could see McDaniel on the sideline in an Amari suit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm serious though, man. Like seriously. You got to stop just letting everybody walk who,
Yeah, you can't, because nobody will want to come like that, bro. When they feel like, they're just there, and once they use you, then you're out of there. Nobody wants to come to that. People want to come to an organization, man, where they know they'll be appreciated and, they'll get a return for their their deposit, as far as the time and effort they put in.
I think that's also Greer trying to outsmart himself like McDaniel did, trying to play too smart. Like, I'm going to look at the numbers so intrinsically. I'll let him walk. Everybody thinks it's crazy. I'll let him go. Bro, you can't do that too much. You start to bankrupt your culture. You need a nucleus of culture, bro. That's just my opinion. But what,
I'm with you, 100%.
Everybody has a different opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, you're right. That's why it's the fan, man. We out here chopping it up. So, guys, hit subscribe if you haven't yet.
See, that's one thing I will never do. I will never attack a man for their opinion. No. Now, if they attack me, then I'm going to attack back. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I will never attack somebody because I disagree with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
It is what it is, man. I think me, I'm not trying to be political, but me as a Cuban understand the importance of free speech. But anyway, we have 6. Oh, by the way, the cornerback room is dead to me. So let's go to the safeties now.
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
No, we got 6 cornerbacks. None of them know Igman. But anyway,
man. I think Noah. That was a change of scenery trade, man. He needed a new scenery from Dallas, and Noah needed new scenery from here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but just like Mike Gesicki, hey, maybe I see Gesicki gonna do well with the Patriots. Maybe Noah will get a, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad. At the end of the day, I am a Dolphin fan, not a Noah fan. You know what I'm saying? I supported him while he was on the team, but now that he's not on the team, you know what I'm saying? It's time to move on.
Yeah,
we played the Cowboys this year too on Christmas Eve. What if Noah is the Grinch that steals Christmas from us?
Oh, I hope he doesn't steal any.
All I know is I don't want that to happen because my best friend Joe is a Cowboys fan, and I don't want that anyway. We got Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Eli Apple, Kader Kohu, Cam Smith, and Kelvin Johnson. So
I like it. I just wish Ramsey was healthy.
Nick Needham? We got Nick Needham too. I'm sorry.
No, they cut him.
What?
Oh, did they really?
Yep, they cut him and Trill Williams.
Wait,
get out of
here.
here.
On the pup list?
I never saw. Are you sure about that?
They cut Nick Needham, bro.
Yo, that hurts my feelings right there,
too, bro.
See, there it is.
No, because if he was,
come on, man, because this guy played nickel like nobody's business.
Jalen Ramsey is on the IR and he's on this list, so he would be on this list if he was. If he made the roster.
What? They cut him?
Nah. That would have been news. That would have been news. That might be a mistake. That might be. I hope it's a mistake. I'm hoping. I'm just wishing that it's.
Wait, read that cornerback list again.
It's Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Eli Apple, Kader Kohu, and Cam Smith. And by the way, he's not here on the safeties list either.
I gotta have more than 5.
Can you guys hear me?
6.
Yeah, we can hear you.
5 safeties.
That's
it. So I said, okay, Xavier Howard, Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Eli Apple, Kader Kohu, Cam Smith, and Kelvin Joseph. That's 6.
Isn't Nick Needham on the pup list?
No, but I'm saying though. So is Ramsey.
Oh.
Hey, Giovanni, come here real quick.
They cut him?
Well, it could because you know what they keep. This is according to the thing. I don't think. Okay, according to Kevin Dorsey,
looking it up. I can't find a damn thing. Oh, see, Kevin's saying what G is saying, bro.
Okay.
Kevin's saying what G is saying.
Okay.
So he's on pup because I was about to lose it a little because even Joe last year was coming. If you're cutting, Nick is that dude, bro. I like Nick a lot to be honest with you. Especially in the slot,
we hurt last year because he was hurt.
Badly.
That hurt us bad.
Killed us. It really hurt us bad.
That nickel, man, he was killing in the nickel position, man. He was top flight at that position,
Especially especially the way the game is played this in this day and age. You need that nickel cat, man. Period.
Yeah.
You scare me, Shake. You scare me, Shake.
What are we doing, man? Do we got some cognac over there? What are we doing, Shake?
What are you doing,
Put
Shake?
that cigar in that ass. Is that a funny cigar or what? Put it down.
Scaring people out here, bro.
Yeah, man.
My God.
All right, and then we have 5.
Jenna, pour me a shot to calm my nerves.
We have 5 safeties. We have Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, Deshaun Elliott, Elijah Campbell, and Verone McKinley.
All right,
Nice.
listen, the starters too are beasts. I mean, I think Jones is easing back in. That hurt too, bro. We got a lot of injuries in the secondary last year. That's why I was so annoyed with Ramsey because, like, come on, we just shorted up. But I like that group. I want Needham back as quick as what is it? What's the pup? 6 games? 4 games?
He's 4 games. He's gonna miss the first 4.
By the way, I'm surprised Elijah Campbell is on here because he did the unthinkable. He tried to recruit another quarterback.
Yeah, which is that's a no-no in this organization. I'm surprised Trill, man. Does anybody have insight in Trill's performance this summer? I thought he was one of our good prospects last year before he got hurt. I wonder if he's just not back to form.
I don't know much about Trill Williams.
Yeah.
I don't know,
All
All I
but
know is people were hyping him up.
All I know is I didn't see him on this list, so I assumed he got cut. So that's why, you know what I'm saying?
I'll say Kenna made a
get
good
it.
point. Different coaches, so you know they want different players. We got a different defensive staff, so you're right. You got to expect some changes.
Well, anyway, listen, they're gonna put put a few people on IR, so they're gonna be able to bring back players tomorrow.
True. We're going to see it finalized before week 1. We still got 2 weeks, so, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. They're going to look at other teams who they cut. They got a lot going on, so we're going to see how it all – I want to know where Chosen ends up. Chosen, all that hype on the offseason, man.
Joe, do you remember?
Right.
Am I the only one that remembers when he was with the Jets how much he toasted us?
Yeah, bro, I hated it.
Yeah.
And when he sat down in the recliners in the touchdown end zone when he scored that one touchdown, that bomb they threw, you know, I was like,
I
man,
know.
I was kind of at first I was mad they signed him because I was always like, man, fuck,
You hated him.
you know, forget that guy.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, this guy is another man. He's got burners and he's a deep there and he can catch, you know.
Yes.
I'm gonna be
But I
honest. I thought when we first signed him, he was washed. Ever since he left the Jets, he's been nothing.
Mhm.
I wanted him to make the roster. It's not like I thought he was Rosh. I'm rooting for him to fail.
I agree with
But-
Color. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but like
And then he changed his damn name to Chosen, bro. Chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
I'm
I mean,
like, well,
what you
this
run
is
our
death for
chest?
us.
What are we
I'm
doing?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know, bro. What are you doing?
He was the chosen one. I guess not.
Exactly, yo.
Yeah.
But
And by the way,
honestly
I
really
just want
excited
to real quick, prayers out to the people out in Tampa. That's tonight they're gonna be getting hit by a storm. So let's.
Yeah, it's
I wish-
coming through.
Prayers, man. Yeah, that's going up the West Coast. That hurricane.
Yeah, it's gonna hit like the armpit of Florida,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that little.
in the panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might be a category 3 when it hits. Maybe not. But you know, this is Florida. We're used to
Yeah.
it. If
Makes
people
sense.
get flooded, you know,
Mhm.
peace to those people because the insurance companies, they're the biggest scammers in the world, and that's really the ultimate. Norm, we don't lose many lives during hurricanes. It's
Right.
not like people think, man. It's not like, but people do lose their homes and their properties, and then they catch hell trying to recoup their losses when they
Right.
pay insurance all year for the whole life. You know, that's the sad part. But we
It
won't
really
get into
is.
that.
We'll get into that different time, but that yeah.
Yeah.
where
But
I
good,
live.
good call out. Peace to those people,
Mainly
man.
the hurricane is dying down. I get like hurricane category 1s or 2s. I think one time in my life we had a hurricane category 3 where I live. That was, I think, Sandy. But the worst we get is like power outages. That's the worst we get. No,
Yeah.
no,
We get
nothing
flooded too. In
Yeah, we get
Jersey.
flooded. So.
Yeah. It's real warm right now. The water is real warm, especially in the Gulf. So it could strengthen.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing because they feed off of that warm water. But
Yeah, it didn't
Very
even
true.
snow this year. It snowed like once.
Bro, that was very
Up where I live.
disappointing to me. I like snow. You know what I mean? I mean, come on.
Larry, what are you doing about that alligator up there? Off topic, real quick.
Bro,
Are
yo.
you worried about that or what?
Yo, cops were like trying to shoot at it. And I was like, bro, yo, it was funny because I'm also friends with all you guys and I got family down there. So, yo, like, they were like 4 feet and we were shooting at him. I'm like, bro, chill, just capture him. He's a baby. What are you talking? In Florida, they see this on the reg on the golf course. Stop crying. They're acting like
Seriously.
it's the story of the century, bro. It's ridiculous. They're closing
What was that
down the
movie?
beach. Like, stop, bro. It's one baby gator. What are you worried about, yo? God damn. Like
the
Tim
movie in the
Tebow's
80s.
more
Remember the
dangerous than him.
alligator in the sewers in New York in the 80s?
Yes, yo, remember that?
Like
Gator
that.
1, Gator 2. Remember that movie? That's the best. They act like that. It's ridiculous. Stop. We got great whites. They don't care that much. All of a sudden, you got a baby gator, a toddler gator. You want to go shoot at him? He's just trying to eat a damn fish. What are you doing? These
He'll
dudes
be
are
frozen
crazy.
out in no time if they
Yeah,
just
we know.
fall back.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he ain't gonna make it.
No, he ain't gonna make it, bro.
But
Yeah,
he
but
made
he's-
that life choice and he's got to deal with it.
you move north, bro. You're in trouble. That's it. It's
Where there no
cold.
shortage of gators, they're not
Yeah.
on the endangered.
No, they're
species
not.
list.
Bro, they're not. They're
Yeah.
not.
Hey, by the way, what do you think of Rutgers this year? You gonna go to a lot of games this year?
Bro, I'm a season ticket holder for basketball and
Bro.
football, so I'm going. They're not going to be good at
Larry.
football, but
Nice.
basketball, they're about to be beasts, yo.
Larry,
And they're about to get
next-
some good recruits next
Next
year,
year,
too.
you're gonna fly all the way out to SoCal.
Oh,
the
God,
Big
yeah, the
Ten?
Big Ten is crazy, bro. Oregon, SoCal, UCLA, USC. That's a whole podcast in and of itself, too. You know what I mean? So we gotta have that discussion, too, at some point. But... So Shake, so that's the roster, right? And then you
Yeah,
got the
that's the
kickers.
roster.
I hope Sanders rebounds because I don't know what happened to him the last 2 years, bro. He was a monster 3 years ago.
Monopoly Money Sanders.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
Sanders, that's something we need to talk about. This
I
guy
wanna
makes
talk
me
about
nervous. The
Yeah,
first
bro.
2 years, like you said, I was Giovanni, my son, I was telling him, this guy used to be clutch, man. And I don't know
was.
what the hell happened. He lost his mojo. He's Austin
did.
Powers right now. Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Man, he really fell off a cliff.
I don't know what happened to him, bro.
I felt like
think
he should have addressed that. That's something we should have addressed, you know.
at least competition. He's in his own head, I feel like. He was so good that 1 year that he started thinking too much about it, I feel like. He tried to be too perfect, and he struggled. But he's straight nerve-wracking now. Anything above 35, and I don't know if he's going to hit it.
And by the way,
I'm
Greg.
nervous for 35.
Yeah, yo, true.
Hey, Greg.
He missed a few of those.
Yeah, he did, bro.
You know how when you're working, you hear TD call Dolphin games, right?
Oh no,
That's an experience.
I want. Yeah, I'm gonna actually Facebook live streaming. I'm actually gonna be able to watch the games at work, but I'm
Oh, cool.
hoping to get out by like 1 or 2 o'clock because I last year I got out at 2:30 and I'd catch the second half. I'm hoping I get out a little bit earlier this year because it's gonna be a big year. I feel like for our Dolphins. So yeah, I'm hoping to get out early, and I figured it out. Just type in Miami Dolphins, and I just watch it until the stream closes, and I go find a new stream.
Yeah,
Go to get dope. Download
If
the
not, I'll
Dofu
watch you.
Sports app. Greg,
So
What app?
no,
the Dofu Sports. You'll be able to watch it on your
Dofu
phone, no
Sports?
problem. DOFU on any phone. DOFU Dofu Sports app.
I thought you told him F you, but anyway,
D.O. and F.U., Greg. Get back to work. There's an old lady waiting at the customer service window for her lottery tickets. And there's some bad vegetables
and her
that she
cigarettes,
bought.
and her Virginia Slims.
She needs some.
Put a towel over that guy's face. I don't want that face looking at this kid since he's died.
Needs some damn Newports out here. Her
Put 'em in the
voice is
bathroom.
scratchy. Greg, I need Newports.
So this Thursday on the Fins tailgate, exclusive on the Fins tailgate, I'm gonna be calling Gator games. This Thursday, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be calling.
Oh, good. That's
Florida
cool,
versus
bro.
Utah.
Nice.
I need Florida to do good. They're going to be on my first ever bet I'm placing.
No,
We have by the way,
Alright.
there's a personality on there that's called the Rabbit Dolphin. If you want to see the Rabbit shake, you're gonna see him when I'm calling the games.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Oh, yeah.
You're calling the
But yeah.
Gators games. That's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Me
my
and
dad,
me and my partner Tunk.
Yo,
from,
have you seen
Tunk.
that Gator documentary?
Yeah,
No,
on
I'm
Netflix?
gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch
Is it on Netflix already?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Netflix. Pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
watch
look
it
at it.
now.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
people
for sure.
said it's not good because it doesn't cover most of the topics that happened. Like, they didn't really go into Aaron Hernandez. It was
Yeah,
basically
that-
like
I mean,
That
but there's a whole
bothered me.
documentary about Aaron Hernandez, and you
Yeah.
know, so I
True.
mean, why
it
would
was
they?
kind of like an Urban Meyer, like,
Yeah, it was a little bit of a fluff job, though.
Yeah.
You'll check it, Lucci. See what you
Okay,
think. I
okay,
liked
sure,
it, but
sure,
I thought it was. You want them to go in some
Yeah, I
more of the
liked it.
controversy, or some more of the. They get some of the guys who were rough around the edges, but they didn't go into everybody. So it's
Oh, yeah.
worth watching. It's worth
Yeah.
watching, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be even a little more in depth. Urban, they just
Yeah.
act like he's almost saintly in it, and I
I think they should.
He doesn't have to be saintly to be good, so that's
No,
why I was
no,
like, "Yo,
no.
just make him who he is."
Right, which we
I-
saw who he was in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
So
bro.
anyway.
Yeah.
I think they
So-
should have called it Tebow and the Apostles, but that's just me. But anyway,
Yeah.
did you guys see
They-
the
Those
they
are
went
the
into
best
Tebow
years of
pretty
your
much.
life as a Gator fan. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My favorite quarterback was, by the way, my favorite Gator quarterback of all time was Chris Leak, not Tim Tebow. So just putting that out there.
Who'd you say? Levy?
Chris Leak.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leak. Okay.
They
Not
went
Danny
into him a
Werfel.
little.
No,
Yeah,
Chris
they
Leak.
went into him a little bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so Shake, we could post the link. You want to let the panel?
I'm 2 steps ahead of you. I was just waiting for you to pull the trigger.
Yeah, bro, let's go. Let's get. If you guys want to come on the panel, man. Remember, memberships are open on this channel now. Hop on. You get preferential treatment on the panel. But
And please
Come
please
sit at the executive table.
yeah, there you go.
It ain't, he made it real affordable.
There you go. Yeah, hop in the executive table, man. You get to
Yeah,
really
come sit at
discuss
the
the
executive
content,
table.
and that's what Lucci's doing. And we're gonna drive this thing in a good
By the way,
direction,
Lucci,
so.
I made you a honorary contributor.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it.
I know you were talking with him, so I think even before we drop the panel, I think Lucci should be one of those guys that gets
Yes.
to
Well-
come on just like Greg. and
Well,
me
first
and
of all,
myself.
he's at the executive table, so that's going to be a given.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll
Yeah,
do
yeah.
some content throughout the year where we'll just do exclusive with Lucci, like you and Lucci, me and Lucci, and just put out some videos and
I
whatnot.
mean, Larry's concierge over here, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Bro, I like it, yo.
Oh,
It
Larry,
makes sense.
actually, Larry's the concierge when you really think about it.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
But I mean, yeah, I guess
He's the godfather and the concierge.
Yes,
you know, you're
literally.
really hogging all the positions, my guy.
No, not really. I'm the capo. So
You're the capo. But Larry's the lawyer, the godfather.
Yes.
Larry's a little bit of everything over there.
That's
You're,
me,
you're-
bro.
You're the muscle.
That's me.
You're the muscle, Anthony. You're the muscle. You're the hitman.
Anthony's the brains. He's the brains.
Yeah.
I'm the fallback guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
We paint houses.
And
Yeah.
of course, Greg
Exactly.
Greg is the
Paints houses, all right.
hey, Greg is the whatchamacallit. Greg is the Joe Pesci of the group.
Yes,
Hey,
well, he's
Am I
just
funny to
crazy.
you?
The dude just goes off on people while he's at customer service, and also goes off on old ladies at customer service when the Dolphins don't do well, with TD screaming from his phone, and no one knows why. Why is that man yelling?
When they come with the return, Greg says, "Take this stiff and pound it up your ass."
Greg is unpredictable, bro. That's why he put "yeah" at the end of his name, because no one. He's just like, yeah, whatever you were thinking. Yeah, that's right, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the
Oh yeah, you want to return this?
Yeah. Take this. Take it. Return it over at the register, asshole. But yo, what do you guys think of what do you think of our competition this year in the division, bro? I'm curious about that. You got the Bills. We're just writing them off all of a sudden, but they're still a solid team. You got the Jets. They reloaded. I don't know if Aaron's really got enough in the tank. But what's your thoughts on our division rivals, man? Because that's what we got to
by
get
the way,
through.
By the way, Von Miller is out for 4 weeks, and we play him in week 4. So the game he's gonna be back in week 5. So we're not gonna have Von Miller to deal with in week 4.
That's good. That's always
Hold on.
welcome news.
Let me say this real quick while I have the opportunity. What I'm pissed about of our divisional opponents. After Buffalo did all that crying about how hot it was last year, does everybody notice we have no hot games for any of our divisional opponents this year?
Dude, I did not notice that.
Not
That's bad
one.
news.
Denver.
Not
Denver.
one. Ooh, Denver's not in our
Yeah,
division.
not division.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking division.
that's bad.
Not one.
because they're crybabies.
And I mean, it's cool because, we don't have to go in the cold now because of that. But but it's like, man, come on, man. That's like our home field advantage. And
No,
that
I
ain't
agree
cool.
with you 100%.
That ain't
1:00
cool,
games in
man.
September. That ain't cool at all.
Right.
Crybabies,
You know what I
bro.
mean? Come on, man. That's
And I feel
bullshit.
like maybe they're placating them because of last year, which would really piss me off.
exactly
I
what
honestly
they're
think
doing.
the Jets, I think they're going to be in for a Denver Broncos season because Russell Wilson was so bad. I heard somebody talk about it. Aaron Rodgers was, I think they said worse than Russell Wilson or somewhat like Russell Wilson, and nobody talked about it.
Yeah, Rodgers, man, we'll see what happens. Jets fans are so
But
hyped.
yeah, we'll see what happens. But
Yo,
that's what I
Kenna,
heard.
Excuse me.
what up, my bro? Kenna, what's
up,
good?
What's up, fellas?
What's
What's
good,
up?
broski?
What's
How
going
you
on?
feeling, yo? How you feeling? What's on your mind?
I'm cool. I mean, of course, we all got a little concerns about this team and the performances. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, we can just hope things get better. You know what I mean?
Yes,
We
sir.
got a good month before first game. So I mean, hopefully we can change things around in a month. I mean, me personally, I don't see how much we gonna change, but
Right.
if they want to be optimistic, we continue to be optimistic until the first day, until game day get here.
I hear you. I'm with that. I'm with that mentality, man. I hope we have a good season, and I hope we show out. I hope we realize the full potential of McDaniel and Tua together, and we show out. And honestly, I'll be real with you. After hearing Shake break down the defense, I got to be honest. I'm kind of hyped because that defense is a lot stronger than I really realized. You know what I mean? And then you got Fangio as their coach, and
Yeah,
I kind of like that, Dio.
but how I'm gonna put it to you like this: how hard do y'all think Christian Wilkins gonna come out and play not on a contract?
I'm
Like, think
wondering that
about it.
same. Yeah.
Think about that.
He's
Like
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
going.
Wants to be here though.
I
He's
think he's
coming.
going to play hard because at the end of the
He's
day,
coming.
he's playing for his next contract.
Man, he's
Okay,
coming.
I
man.
feel that. I feel that. But at the same time, what if he get hurt?
Yeah. Right.
What
When have you ever seen
think
him hurt,
Greer
though?
gonna still take care of him when he get hurt?
No, but he's not. He's not a hurt kind of guy. This
Nah,
guy's
you're right.
built
he's
to
You're right.
last.
You're right. You're right. We have it. We have it.
We
But
won't even talk that into existence.
you know, hey, we
He,
gotta
man,
keep our
he-
eyes on everything.
hey, but I'll tell you what. If it doesn't, it'll just be a huge disappointment in the organ. To me, to what me and Larry were saying, man. As far as what you want to build as an organization to bring players to come, that'll just deter players, great players, from coming. Nobody wants
And
to
you
come
know
to an
what?
organization like that.
And no one wants to
I-
play in a contract like that in case they do get hurt. That's no one
Right.
wants. And they did it to Gesicki. Now him. You don't want to do that. You want to be protected, bro. So
And I feel what bro's saying because you know this organization does have a history of really not taking care of their players. Like
True.
I can give you probably within the last maybe 5 years they probably been doing something. But as
But
a
it's the
whole,
guys that come out of the team. I'm sorry to interrupt you. When is the last time you saw them pay a guy on the team
and that's
that
what I
they
was getting to,
drafted,
bro.
and
That's
they
what I
paid the
was
guy they
getting to, bro.
drafted?
Like I keep bringing up that situation. Like everybody talking about Christian Wilkins and his money and it's too much. Like he thinking about what we did with Tyreek. Like he was drafted here and he ended up being a good franchise corner piece that you can build
Right.
around. But you
Yes,
gonna go and pay an outsider.
See,
Out, you know what I'm saying? Like
same thing with
I
Chubb.
feel like that's what he's looking at. You know what I mean?
no, I agree with you. I think it's troubling. And by the way, Cap for life, man. What up? Glad to be back. We're glad to have you as always, bro. I loved your episode on the with Shake and the Blender, but I
Cap for
agree
life,
with both
thanks
of
for
you.
coming.
Lucci and Kenna, man. I agree with both of you. It's a bad look to have a guy. You want him to go all out because he's getting paid, but the fact is, if he gets hurt, that might be the last year for him. That's tough to make somebody do, man. And especially a dude like him. He's got such a great attitude. He's such a.
Yeah.
I'm curious, man. What's
Great
gonna? I
teammate,
swear,
too.
bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
like
like
if you gonna pay the man, yo. Like
right.
you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Sometimes
trade
you
him.
can't put a price tag. You can't put a price tag on the moral of the team.
Yes.
Sometimes you just can't. You just can't.
And he's a beating heart of that defensive line with his attitude and his hyper like enthusiasm. If he doesn't have it this year, I think it can affect the team, especially when they're used to the dude doing that. Now he seems down. I want to see what happens, bro. I really do, because you know what? They could have done him a favor if they have no plans to re-sign him. They could have traded him for a running back or something and gotten him a long-term deal. I'm just saying, I don't like that, bro. I
I'm
don't
gonna put it to you
respect-
like this: we can tell what kind of Christian Wilkins we get by how much energy he
Yes.
put into his morphing time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
Hey, I'll bet anybody right now $100 that's on this in the chat or that's on this panel that you'll see the same Christian Wilkins you've seen since we've had him. And this
Do
guy's
you know
got
that
character.
man?
He's
Do
got
you know
Type
that
of
character.
dude
man?
he is,
Do
yo.
you
I
know
don't
that
know.
man?
How many
But I
sacks
know
you
one
think?
thing about it, and two things for sure. I know people. I know
True.
people, and we're not talking football. We're not talking.
Yeah.
I own a business. I know people, man. It's not.
What,
It's
right,
not a
Kyle?
guy, man. This guy is a stand-up guy, man. I'd bet
I
anything.
agree.
I'll bet.
mean,
Like I say, I don't have to know. I'll bet $100. I'm that confident that he's that kind of guy.
How many
He's a stand-up
sacks
guy,
you think
bro.
he's gonna get? How many sacks you think he's gonna get this year?
I'm not.
I mean,
For
what did he have
me,
last
listen.
year?
No, hold on. For me, and this is what everybody gets enough already. Misconstrued. Hey, would you get this dog, please? It's not all about sacks with him. We got Jalen Phillips for the sacks. We got other people. We got Chubbs. We got other guys that can get the sacks. When he does his part, this opens up them. It's a it's a
So why
working
is he?
effort for
So why is
everybody,
he
man.
asking for so much right now? Then, so why is he asking for so much? Like, if
Bro,
if what you saying is true indeed,
Exactly.
then
Thank
that
you.
means he should be coming in with more of a level-headed number because he know he's not getting sacks. He's not thinking like that, bro.
but listen, his sacks aren't at an all-time low, for one. He gets pressure on the quarterback. It's not always about sacks.
I
Pressure
get
makes
what you're saying, and
Pressure
you're
bust
right.
pipes. There's times when the quarterback, he's getting at the quarterback and they throw the ball away. People don't look at any of this stuff. They don't look at when he's about to get a sack, they throw the ball away. That's as good as the sack to me. We don't get the yards, the
But they
lost
don't
yards.
they don't
Hold on,
value
hold on,
that,
hold on,
bro.
hold on. Hear
They
me
don't
out. Hear me
value
out. Let
that.
me finish. Let me
Hold on,
finish.
let him finish.
Look at he led his position in tackles. One, he's at the top two or three in tackles for a loss. Two. And for three, there's stuff, man, that everybody doesn't see unless you watch all the games. When he presses the quarterback and makes him make an in-errant throw or makes him throw where we get an interception, there's all other stuff that comes. It ain't all about sacks, man. It's not
You're
at that
right.
position.
Okay.
Listen, name me other defensive tackles that are crazy getting sacks all the time. Everybody
Warren
ain't Aaron
Sapp.
Donald, man.
Aaron
There's
Donald.
more
Warren
to
Sapp
it
got
than that.
sacks. Warren
Oh,
Sacks.
I
There's a
mean,
lot of
Yeah,
all
Warren
the
Sapp. And what team did he play
like,
for, Shakes? Just so we could get an understanding.
he
Tampa
played for the
Bay and
Buccaneers.
Oakland.
No, the Miami Hurricanes. See, but
Tampa Bay
anyways,
I
Buccaneers.
like that. But still,
You
I
mean
like
like I said,
that.
bro.
that university in Coral Gables?
hey
But
man,
anyway,
I think he was from Apopka. I think
yeah.
he's from Apopka, Florida.
No, but
But
yeah, I
anyway,
feel you. But anyway, yeah, man. Listen, man. That's just another conversation. But hey, there's a lot of defensive tackles that get sacks.
there's a lot of them that get sacks, but they do
Kinlaw.
everything else
There's
that
a
he
lot
does.
that don't too,
But
though,
they
Yes,
man.
lack
they
in
do.
everything
Yes,
else. We
yes.
got
No,
It,
they
it
guys
just
that
don't.
get
No, they don't,
sacks.
bro. No,
it
they
just
don't.
depends on what this coaching staff value, bro. Like, I get what you're saying, and you are right, but it depends on what they value. And if
Okay,
the sack numbers is not up there, and that's what they looking at, then by golly, that's what it is.
They shouldn't
how
be though,
how
because the
many
other guys on
guys?
the team that get sacks. So I mean,
Thank you.
what do you?
Yeah,
Why
but
would?
no,
It
no,
Why
is.
would? Why would they care
What do
about
you
that?
think that every
it
person
doesn't.
on the team is gonna get
It,
sacks? That ain't
it,
what it is. It
listen,
just
it's
ain't,
all
bro.
about. Listen, it's all. It's not about. It's about what the guy is looking. If it's about what the guy is
You know
paying
what?
you. That's what if that's what he's looking for. Then that he's gonna. If he's not looking for sacks, then he would have gave Christian Wilkins his money. But
Exactly,
if that's what
bro.
he's
Okay.
looking for,
Well, let's see
then
what he does
that's
with
the problem.
Fangio. Now he's got a real defensive coordinator.
But
Because in my
Okay.
opinion, Boyer wasn't that guy.
No, he
Real
but
quick,
wasn't.
check
and then I'll stop. I know I'm hogging.
No, go ahead. No,
Boyer
you're good.
wasn't that guy. That year that we made that run, I'm a firm believer that Flores at half point of the season when we made that turnaround, Flores said enough is enough. They just didn't make it public, and Flores
I
took over the
agree.
calling duties, and that's
Definitely.
when we really turned the corner that year and started
Definitely.
making a run. Our defense just overnight just started shutting stuff down. Boyer to me wasn't that guy, pal. You're not
Agreed.
that guy. You know
Yeah.
he's not that guy. Let's see what Fangio does. And now we got him with Wilkins. Let him implement his defensive scheme, and let's see what happens. But I'll close on this.
I agree.
Wilkins is going to
it's
be the same guy, if not better or more driven
Hey,
than
I
we've
tell you what.
seen.
it's a bit too many.
If he's better under Fangio, then we'll give him his money. But
But you
if
got
he
to
that
think,
regresses, then we'll be like, okay, you're not working here. That's
he
pretty
might have
much.
been,
I
but he
mean, we
might have been just
already done
sticking
had
to
our
the
moments.
scheme.
We already done had our
I
moments to
understand.
see it. Those
But
times where
like I said,
Jalen
that's what I'm
Phillips
saying.
was not
That's what I'm
showing
saying.
up, where
That's what
was
I'm saying.
Wilkins?
That's what I'm saying. Let this year play out. Just like last year, we let Gesicki work. We let Gesicki see if he could fit in the system. He didn't, so they moved on from him. So I
Yeah.
think that's what's gonna happen with
So
Christian Wilkins.
That's fine
this
if
is
your system's successful, but if the system is not ultimately successful, then you got to call them out. So if they let him
thank
walk,
you, Larry.
they
That's
let
why I was
Gesicki
headed
walk.
with
Yo,
this. That's why I was headed with this.
yeah,
Like, y'all keep saying, let's wait one more year. Let's wait one more year. Where in
yeah.
history has Miami player development department has shown any progress?
Never, not in any recent memory, bro.
So how can you say let's wait one more year for a player? You can't. If they're not giving it to us this year or that time, then look, it's time to move on because we know that this organization, player development department, is shit.
But we haven't had consistent coaching in any phase of.
Hey, look, bro. I get what you're saying. I'm with you 100%. But you know, you got to go to the head of the organization with it. We're gonna look at Stephen Ross for that or Chris Greer, right?
You know damn well who we looking at.
I co-sign Stephen Ross. It is what it is. If Greer's a problem, listen. If Greer's a problem, I mean, to me personally, nobody hits on everything. He's brought us some super good free agents.
But that could also derail us sometimes,
but he's also nailed some draft picks. Look what he did with
also derail us sometimes, yo. Like starting over too many times, thinking you can just take this person and implement them in and everything will work out. Like sometimes if you don't have a football mind running the team, it's not going to work out.
So how long has Wilkins been on the team?
Wilkins, this is going on his fourth year,
third or fourth year.
Yeah.
How many? He
comes to the end of his rookie year deal.
So how many defensive coordinators or head coaches has he been through, and he's progressed every year, no matter who he's played under? These are the type of players that you need to look at. Because we're not talking about a quarterback like Alex Smith with San Fran that had a different head coach for 7 years straight. We're talking about a defensive player, who just does what he does, and he's progressed every year, and he stayed in the top of his position every year. But still, he ain't good enough for some people. To me, it's mind blowing, man. It's like the guy plays top-notch ball at his position, but he doesn't get sacks. And everybody's like, "Oh, that's the be-all, end-all for defensive tackle."
It is though, bro. They're the guys with the money bags are the ones saying that.
Color, what's up, my brother? How you doing? And what you got to say?
How you doing, buddy?
Before you cook, you know what our tradition is when we get a win, right? Around here, Larry K.
Yeah, we have a special drink. We have a toast. That's what I know. And I'm
show you right now. I'm gonna be popping this prosecco.
Yes, sir.
When we get our first win. So
I'm gonna get it for myself too, so I can pop with you, bro.
What is that? What is that you're drinking, Shakes?
Lunetta prosecco.
It's a cognac.
No, it's a prosecco. It's an Italian sparkling.
I'm 21 now. I'm gonna have to get myself a little drink.
Yo, G is 21. We're about to get crazy on this show, man.
Oh shit.
Yo, I want a show where G is just drunk out of his mind, just
Boy,
wilding
we got
out.
a young buck. We got a young buck on here. Boy still got Similac behind his ears.
Crazy.
All right, Cutter, go ahead, brother. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I think what y'all are speaking to is what bothers me so much about this whole thing is the continuity on the team. Like continuity in the build, are we all in, are we not? Well, it depends on which player you're talking about, to be honest with you, and that's no continuity whatsoever up and down our roster. We got some guys that are projects, some guys, we'll figure him out in a couple years. Other guys, we splashed a bunch of money on him to bring him in to do what? I don't know, because we ain't scoring enough points to win. We're getting plenty of yardage, though. Everybody's talking about MVP, but we can't score. And then we get an opportunity to shore up another room the way we did 3 others, and we take our foot back out of the water and say, no, we're good with what we got.
Yeah, bro, what's up with that?
Right.
That's no continuity. Everybody's like, what are we going to use that draft pick for? Okay, we're going to use it for another player, even if it's a star running back. You know when Jonathan Taylor got his 2,000-yard season?
When?
His second season.
Right.
He had a good above-average season right out the gate. Good for him. So now you're talking 2024. Well, we're not all in yet because we just drafted our new Jonathan Taylor, right? And 2025, we might get a 2,000-yard. Is Tyreek still going to be kicking? Is
that?
Is Tua still going to be? You see what I'm saying, bro? The time is now.
I heard
for every player. There is no project on our team right now. There is no developmental player right now. If we're really all in, all in means all, not 52 plus 1 project player.
No, you're right, bro. You're right.
Oh God.
There's just no continuity up and down our entire roster, and it hasn't been there for 30 years.
And I don't like how they're not
Color, I
building
got a
it
question
through
for you.
guys they draft. Color, like they let them walk, they get another project. Like why?
We have no center right now.
I got a question
Unless
for you,
you're
Cutler.
talking about a guy that we moved to center in his first year with us, and who snaps the ball over to his heads probably every fifth snap of the ball.
You know it's true. Kenna, you were gonna ask Color something. Ask him.
Yeah. Since I kind of trust your football mind. So when was the last time Miami was a top 10 offense without Tyreek Hill?
Shit, I don't know if they were one with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
I can't even
Early
remember.
they were.
Probably the Wildcat years.
But my point for saying that is because you know what I'm saying. Like I was watching another podcast and somebody was bringing up the defense and how they were saying that since we got a couple of key players that they feel like this defense is going to be a top 10 defense based off of what we've been putting
Well,
on the
maybe
field.
next there again, we got a new defensive coordinator. So yeah, maybe
There
next
you
year.
go.
Maybe
Yeah,
next year.
Exactly. And you know what? There are my.
And then there's if we get this out of the running back, if we get that out of that one, if these other guys stay healthy, if that happens, there's a guy right there. There's no ifs about, and we just let him walk.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I don't understand. Yep. You get a guy who's an if when you draft him. He's homegrown. He shows out for you. He does everything that's his job. He buys into the culture. He buys into South Florida, and then you let him walk for another question mark. And we hold on to these question marks all the time with these draft picks. They don't amount to anything. You got guys who are not question marks out on the market. We don't pursue them, and that's part of the reason we're not perennial contenders and we're not perennially to be counted on.
And Lewis tried to point this out. Again, it gets back to playoff contender or Super Bowl contender. Look, the sky's not falling. We're still playoff contenders. Yes. Big whoop.
Right. Yes. When are we?
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean.
There's 25 other teams that are playoff contenders, whether they get there or not.
Yep.
I agree, and that's where I'm saying this year, Color. I'm skeptical because some of the media, all the fans, almost all the channels of YouTube, except you guys over there and some of the ones who keep it real. Everybody's just assuming that this is a championship contending team, and I'm looking at it like it's a playoff contending team. And if it's not a sure thing championship contending team, what the hell steps did we make? Because we were playoff contenders last year.
People don't realize that it actually you can win a playoff game as a playoff contender. Obviously,
yes,
right.
Okay, you can even get into the playoffs without having to fall into them.
Yes.
Okay. But you are not going to win the AFC Championship game.
Yes.
It's not happening.
That's the
You're
thing.
not a Super Bowl contender.
That's the thing that bothers me. And if you don't invest in your superstars and you don't make power moves, you're not going to be.
Yeah, the fan bases that are okay with their teams just winning a playoff game know that they're going to be in that same moment next year because they're Super Bowl contenders.
Yes.
That's why they're fine with just a playoff win. We shouldn't be fine with just a playoff win. The reason we haven't gotten one is because we haven't built a Super Bowl contender in 30 years. That's why we haven't gotten a playoff win.
We've been building the team just to get in the playoffs.
Yes, and we're content with it,
People don't realize there are about, I would estimate in my opinion, without really doing a deep dive, there are about 6 true Super Bowl contenders in this league. Yet only 2 of them have been getting in the Super Bowl and winning it the past 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Are they the only 2 Super Bowl contenders? Are the Kansas City Chiefs the only Super Bowl contenders because they're the only ones that have won it?
I mean, when it comes down,
are the Eagles the only Super Bowl contenders in the league? No, there's a bunch of them, and they all lose the playoffs.
Right. So
what makes anybody think that we're in a command position in the playoffs as a playoff contender?
See, and that's what I was going to ask the whole panel too. Since Mike McDaniel loved this word adversary, do y'all think this team been through enough adversity to even endure 2 playoff wins?
Self-induced?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, self-induced adversity. Yeah, it's true though.
It goes back. I'm sorry, Larry. It goes back to the San Francisco game last year. Okay, and I'm not trying to rehash all the problems we saw wherever. Okay, The bottom line is going into that game at 12:50. When did we play that game? It was a 4:00 game, right? So at 3:59 Eastern time, we actually had that. We were in position to capture the number 1 seed in the entire AFC.
There you go, Cub.
Yes.
There you go. Go ahead and put them emphasis on it.
We ended by hoping that the Patriots win for us to get into the playoffs. And you're telling me that's a Super Bowl contender?
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Now to piggyback on that and to prove a point, drive a point home that I've been saying, and I had a video about it actually. Whenever there's a contingency attached to a game that Tua has played in, he folds.
Thank you, and I'm glad you used it that. I'm glad you phrased it that way because when you try to say big game, when you try to say prime time or big game, they want you to define what all
the
those
Buffalo
are.
game, he came back. I gave him credit. Like it was a panic situation. He did good. The Baltimore, same thing.
Early in the
But
year.
this is the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Yo.
And this isn't when it's everything is on deck. We need this game so we can.
It's like you
Whenever
said,
it comes
bro.
down to that,
It's like
he
you said.
folds.
Whenever there is something on the line to be earned,
And
whenever
I'm
there's
pretty
a
sure
next
y'all-
step to be taken, whenever there's a next level to reach.
folds, man.
Look, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna agree with me on this. If there was any time to beat up on the Steelers, tell me it was not last year.
Of course it was. And there were 3 or 4 interceptions dropped in that game. And my thing is, that's my point. That's my point about the narrative. Oh, if Tua stays healthy, watch out Tua. Bro, he folded when he was healthy. That's why I'm not convinced yet until they got to show me. What is this thing that he's always been, this false narrative that whenever he's healthy, he's lights out. That's
Because we
not
can
true.
Because we still could have won those games, Larry, despite Tua.
True.
If not for some play calling and some personnel mistakes by Mike McDaniel. That's as long as they can point to other things, nothing is going to change.
Yes, you're right. You're right. As long you're 100% right, Color.
Right.
As long as there's some way
we
out.
have accepted that, and I've said, okay, fine. I have to support my quarterback one because obviously it's crunch time and it's like, nothing's going to change. If that's the case, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
No, I agree.
Get the weapons he needs. Get the support he needs. If you're going to blow that sunshine up my ass for 2 years, where is Jonathan Taylor?
No, I agree with you. No, look, I agree.
He's got everything he needs. We're not even making any more excuses. We don't need Jonathan Taylor.
You can't. But I do think Irsay was playing good.
I get it. We're not making excuses. We are not making excuses.
What did you say
At the end of this year,
Hold
when
on,
we
hold
don't
on.
have a center,
Go
what's
ahead,
the
Color.
excuse?
Yeah, I agree with you. Who's going to respond to that? I just want to make sure everybody can hear.
Sorry,
Okay.
Larry. Sorry, Larry.
No, it's
Got a
all
little
good.
excited
It's all
talking.
good. I know, it's all good.
But it was to agree with y'all though. But Cutler, what did you say about Jonathan Taylor and that New England Colts offensive line? They was rated what, 28th in the league his 2,000
Last year
yard
they were
year?
ranked 28th in the league. The year he got the 2,000 yards, they were ranked 12th in the league. So all we need to be is right around 15th in the league with a guy like that, and we're good.
Like, why not go get a running back that's used to running behind horrible lines? Like, come on, man. Make it
We
make
had
sense.
running backs last year that ran great behind the line we have. Why is
Yeah,
everybody
but they
missing
was-
it?
He didn't score, bro.
It's up to
That's
the
my
coach.
problem.
It's
Most
the
of did
coach.
okay, but most of is not no true running back, bro. He's just a track runner, bro.
And
He's
they
not no
don't
true
score.
running back.
Check
They
out
don't
his
score.
yards per carry last year. Look
See,
that up,
that's
man.
where
They
that's
don't
where you
score.
get screwed. Like the numbers are the numbers, bro. They
I
don't
watched
tell
the
the whole
game. It
story.
ain't the numbers. I'm watching the game. It's when they stopped giving them the ball and started passing the ball. Is when
But there's a
folded.
reason they're doing that, and we haven't gotten the reason from Mike McDaniel. So in fairness to you, we don't know what that reason is.
Yeah, what is the reason?
I
But
told you the reason. He wanted
Yeah,
to.
you're
He
right.
wanted to prove that Tua could get the job done.
fair enough. I can't say I
pride
disagree with
thing.
you there.
Bro, I'm
I
telling
agree.
you, man. He came in capping so hard, caping so hard
So
for
now
Tua,
they're
man.
sabotaging the fans instead
So
of
now
the
it's over.
quarterback.
But
I
now
got you.
that's out of the way, and that's why I said let's see this year. If now that he got that out of the way, because there was some points when Tua was playing that he did look good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's against formidable opponents, he looked mediocre to me.
Agreed.
Enough that,
Agreed.
but he's enough that if we run the ball like we can in our defense, that he could get the job done, in my opinion.
I'm,
You
I'm
don't need
just,
a
I
superstar
don't
quarterback to
disagree
win a
about
Super
the.
Bowl.
I don't
Okay.
disagree about the yardage and the production and all that.
Okay, we
We
don't.
just
Yeah.
don't score enough.
But here go the thing though. We talk about big games, primetime games, right? Okay, with us running the ball, isn't that going to put more pressure on Tua to execute that throw, even though it might not be a big game, but a big moment, big situation?
Nah, I don't think so.
I mean, come on, it's all the same. Big moment, big game.
Nah,
How
because
you gonna
everything ain't
stand
on
up in the
him, man. He
moment,
don't
but
have
in the
to feel
big
like it.
game you fold?
Listen, though, it ain't all on him. It ain't all on
I'm
him. We
not
have
saying it's
other
all on
players.
him. What I'm saying is the more we put emphasis on running the ball, the less attempts that Tua get because he is a rhythm quarterback, right?
That's true.
Timing is
So
definitely
so
part
the
of it.
the less the less attempts that we take away from Tua is putting more pressure on him to show up in those attempts that he does get.
Well, that's a problem with him then. That's a problem with him if he's.
Yeah, but at the same time, the pressure for them throws will be lessened because there won't be two guys fighting for a jump ball for
Yeah,
Tyreek
true.
Hill like there was last year. Because anybody who watched the games knows
Hey,
Tyreek Hill
hey,
was catching crazy jump balls. The guy's as tall as
look,
me. I'm 5'9".
look,
The guy's
look.
had crazy. He
I
was
get
telling me
what
he was
you
Andre
saying.
Johnson.
That's
I
what
Are
get
you
what
happens
He's
you
when
kidding
you
me?
right,
saying,
go
y'all.
but
low.
how
He
do
been
He's
you
coming
right.
back for the
just
ball how
read it?
many times?
He's right,
If we
yo.
run the ball and run the ball and run the ball, that's going to lessen the amount of guys on Waddle, on Hill. You know, I mean,
Right, but
okay.
with the same running back crew last year, we were not proven to be able to do that.
They weren't running the ball. They stopped running. We had 100. Listen, Mostert had 100 yards rushing against the Bills in the first fucking quarter, and they stopped
Right,
running the ball in
that's a lot of
Buffalo.
running.
But listen, that's the coach. That's not the running game. That's not the O line.
So
That's
so
not.
basically so
So
basically you
what you're
saying
saying
every
basically
defensive
is
player
that
we come up against is a
Yeah.
dumbass.
So
And
what you're saying
in other
basically
words,
is to pads to his stats, Mike McDaniel compromised the interest of the fans.
100%. That's
Appreciate
what
that.
I'm saying.
I'm glad you said
Absolutely.
it because when
I
I
think he
say it,
did.
when
Yes,
I
I
sir.
think
say
he
it, I
did.
get death threats,
He
bro.
came in so
You
Of
know?
course
hard
you do,
taping
bro.
for Tua that he had to prove a point. I felt like, but listen, now let me back this up for 1 second. Give me 30 seconds. I feel like he did that. He made the ultimate sacrifice to instill that confidence in Tua. Like, look, bro, you can get it done. So I feel like his heart was in the right place, and I feel like that was his ultimate goal, was to instill that confidence in Tua. You know, that's what I think. I don't think he did it just to be with malicious
Right.
intent.
Meanwhile, the general manager is making splash moves to tell the fans that we're all in, while this quarterback is still gaining his confidence, using a whole season to do
Well,
it.
what are they supposed to do? And
Yeah,
listen,
bro.
it's a
They
rebuild.
were
It's a
supposed to get
rebuild.
another quarterback. That's what they
Boy,
were supposed to do.
But
sound like
listen,
we in
you
a hell
can't
of a
make an
we in
omelet
for a
without
hell of a
breaking a
season,
few eggs.
fellas.
I'm sorry. That's just what it is. So I'm with Larry. I'm giving this year show and prove for McDaniel, and then we'll see if he makes a different
I'm
type
in
of.
agreement with you. I think that Mike
Let's show
McDaniel
and prove.
strikes me as a highly intelligent guy that has probably been thinking of nothing but game planning for this game we got
I
coming
hope
up in
so,
2
bro.
And
weeks.
it's his first year. Last year he was a rookie coach. So if he had ulterior motives to just try to instill confidence
I
in his
got you.
players,
If it was
I'll
a
take
right,
that loss last
that's
year.
what I'm
It's over.
saying though. If
But
they,
this year
you know,
we'll
a
see.
lot
I'm
of us,
with Larry.
bro,
Show and prove.
it's the marketing and it's the sales tactics. It's like, look, maybe I'm old fashioned, bro, but if somebody had come up to me and said, bro, this is a throwaway season, obviously it's a first year head coach. We got to get to it right. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to make that happen. Blah, blah, blah. Forget winning. Then I would have said, fine,
So
let's
you're a Stephen
go.
Ross
Everybody
fan
would have felt
because
like
that's what he
that.
tried to
Like,
do to get Joe Burrow, and
But
everybody hates him for
they
it.
keep this like double
yep,
speak all the time to the fans instead of just telling
Yes.
us what's up.
Bro, that's what I
right.
But
started
they
railing
can't.
against
You can't
last
tell
year.
They're the
everybody. You
ones that
can't.
set my expectation into it. They're the ones that drafted him 5th overall. They're the
Right,
ones that told me,
right,
oh, patience
right.
color, it's just a hip injury. Patience, it's just this.
Yep, on
Patience, it's just
everything.
that.
It's the way they perceive it, man. It's the
But
way
bro,
it's the way they deliver it. It's
but
the
you
way
know
they
why they
present
do it?
it, put it on the table.
You know why they do it? Because it works with the majority of this fan base. It
You're
doesn't
right.
work with us. But, bro, I
You're
said
right.
last year, Color, remember? You guys all remember. I said as soon as that concussion happened with Green Bay, they were going to ride that for everything it was worth and
Yep.
say, oh, he just has to be healthy. They have successfully change that
And we knew
narrative
they
and
were
this
gonna,
fan
bro.
base.
We
We
predicted
did.
it the moment the
We
video
did.
was released on Twitter, man. We predicted
we
it.
did. Yes, we did. And people were mad at us, but bro, we did.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to say, if you want patience, go to a hospital. I
Right,
want to
right.
give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the resident Bills fan, my man Michael K. He's not the
Oh,
real
God.
K. Larry K is the real K. What's going on, Michael K? How you doing, brother?
Oh, these guys got jokes, huh?
They got a lot of jokes.
Oh, Michael
Yeah.
K's got a lot of jokes. Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
a living.
Hey, Cutter,
he's a
Cutter.
walking.
Me and him were going back and forth. I had a Cutter witness.
Oh, you saw me cooking him today, Shake?
You see me
He
cooking
even
too?
he even gave me credit for it, bro. He's
Yeah.
like, "Wow, damn, Color, that was good."
Oh, yeah.
No, but I mean, it's like this, man. It's just the way they set expectations to us. And I actually got told when I suggested, I'm not a boycotting type. I think sometimes it's just people throw that word around too much.
True.
But when I even suggested holding our dollars back, somebody said there's a new Dolphin fan born every day. That's what I got told by a fellow fan.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That sounds as stupid as the people that call.
That's
call you
basically
fake
saying,
fan.
Color, take your old-fashioned ass and just go die, man, and let us have our mediocrity.
And by
They
the way,
just
Seth,
want Tua to be the quarterback. They don't care if we lose every game as long as he's the quarterback. It's very odd. It's very odd.
It's quite disturbing, Larry.
It
They're
is.
like, "Oh, Kansas City doesn't need Jonathan Taylor to win a Super Bowl." Oh, no kidding.
Hey, by the way,
name me the other Kansas City in the league.
shout out to Crypto. He's another newest member of the Fins Tailgate, and he did his first show. He brought up the point of the Barnum Bailey Circus, whatever.
Barnum and Bailey Circus, man.
Yeah, his
P.T.
famous
Barnum.
quote. P.T. Barnum was his famous quote was, "There's a sucker born every day."
Yep.
So when he said there's a new Dolphins fan every day, that's kind of like the first thing I thought
I'm
of.
kind of glad you're back in action, Larry K, because you make me feel a little more comfortable saying the things I've been needing to say, but you know how things are in the world, bro. I mean, I'm
Yes.
serious. I ain't lying, bro. People have seriously threatened physical harm on me for the things I've said, dude.
I believe it, bro, and I'm glad to be back because I know this is a forum and we can kind of rock with each other on this logical thing, man. And this channel does that,
And then
I'm
when I
glad.
call it out, they're like, "Oh, well, you go at people hard, and then you don't like when they go hard at you." When have I ever threatened somebody physically?
You know what,
Jake, bro? No
Never.
matter how loud
Listen.
or how excitable or how much I yell, when have I ever threatened somebody physical harm, bro?
Never.
Brother, listen, those type of guys won't bust a group in a freight fight, man.
Yeah, it's true.
They won't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Simple and
But
plain.
apparently
It's on
I deserve it.
internet,
The
they're
community
tough
has
guys,
decided I
keyboard
deserve it
warriors.
because they let it go and they
Yeah.
prop these people up like they're magnates. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No, it's true. Yes.
The bozos,
And
man.
their ridiculous loyalty and lackeyism to an organization that doesn't obviously care about them. Rep the Fins. We all rep the Fins. We're fans. But bro, you don't have to lay down and die and literally fight your other fellow fans just for your loyalty to an organization and a dude who doesn't care a damn thing about you. This cat is living in New York over here. He's a clown. He don't care about you. So you don't
Hanging
have to
out.
lay down for him.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing, bro. We'll come at them on Tua, even if I get personal with Tua and
Yo.
say something funny or make a joke about him or something, right? They see an insult like a critique of Tua, and they got their figurehead.
Yes.
But there's no anti-Tua figurehead.
No.
So
No,
what
I
do they
agree.
do? But they have to attack the person personally that's saying
Yes.
those things about
Yes.
Tua. So they're talking about how I'll cape up for TD, my friend, and all that, while they're simping for a man they'll never meet.
Yeah,
And they think
true
that's
story.
a comparison.
Yo, true story, bro. True story. Yeah.
Bro, go watch the video I made. Are you on
I've
Facebook?
met TD.
Yo, I love that video,
I've
bro.
You on
met
the
TD
Facebook?
and shaking his hands on several occasions, bro. Okay,
That's it.
they ain't
TD's a
never
good
gonna
dude,
shake
man.
to his hand.
Yeah. TD put me on, man. But
I'm
yo,
just
did you
saying,
see? You
they
see?
don't have anybody
Lucci's-
to go after. When they attack us, they don't have anybody to attack because there's no anti-figurehead.
Yo, Lucci, where's that video at? I'll post it on this channel if you don't
I don't
mind.
know. It's in Dolphins Den. Tori's probably gone by now. Tori has it. But who is this
bro,
talking?
I'll get it and I'll
I
post
can't
it.
really see my color.
I can share it right now if you want me to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let Color
yeah.
see it because everything he's saying,
All right.
I said in that
He
video
did. He did.
last
All right.
year.
He
All
did,
right, I
yo.
got.
Oh, I'd love to see that video, and
Watch, I'm
I'll
telling you.
share the hell out of it.
That's the
Yo,
first
post
thing I
it.
ever made. I never went on.
Yo,
I only do this because of Larry K and Shakes, and I never made videos. But I was getting I'm in the Dolphins Den. If you're on Facebook, join Dolphins Den community. Great Dolphins
I'm
group.
working on it, by the way.
But
And
there's
Give
some
me 20
guys. Listen,
seconds.
there's guys that would really they're on the Tua bandwagon, and I was so frustrated. Like, what games are you watching? So I couldn't type everything I wanted to say. So I said, you know what?
it
I'm
was
just going to
dope.
make a video and express how I feel, because I
Right.
just wanted to say all this, but I couldn't type it. It took like 6 minutes
And
to do
the
a video.
irony here is you actually strike me as more of a Tua supporter than myself. So how
Yeah.
is it that you and I can have a civil conversation without you throwing death threats at me?
No, because
Right,
I'm
yo.
in the same boat as you. It's just
On
that.
everything.
Right,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you made, even though you love him, you made one critique of him, which might be reality, and they just piled
Yo,
on you.
people go crazy. But you know what though? Like, I'll say this too, because I've been getting a lot of flack when I posted that Ryan Clark apology. And I told him, bro, pound it up your ass. If you like, I'd have respected you more if you made a video saying you like men. To me personally, I'm a Dolphins fan, borderline deranged. I'll admit it, Dolphins fan. It's like a really important thing to me. So Tua, I don't really believe he's the guy. Hopefully he is. I'm waiting to show improve this year. I want him to be a healthy 100% all year so we could really know. But
Yes.
one thing about it, and two things for sure, he's our quarterback. So I want him to succeed. I want him to do good. I don't
Of
want to
course.
see him fail.
Right.
I don't want to be right. I don't want. I don't.
None of
I
us,
would rather.
And even
I
on
would
the
rather be
financial end,
wrong
it's
and
better
us
for us if
win.
he succeeds.
Yeah,
Yes, I would
agreed.
rather be wrong and us win than to be right and us lose. So
On
when
everything.
he came out and said that, it was like, yo, he already has enough on his plate. Now here comes a guy distracting him even more with
Mhm.
these. I can't even say what I want to say because,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
mean,
like, yo, to describe another man like that, you got tendencies, my guy. And then his apology, I'll close on this. His apology was so bullshit because he went to talking about, oh, but you want to talk about violence, you're scrappy. I fed my family on violence. Like, my guy, you couldn't even play in Denver because the air was too thin. So miss me with the tough guy talk. You're not
Yeah.
really built like that all the way. And it
Hey.
was like kind of a corny ass apology. And so for me, it's like, man, come on, man. We don't need any more distractions in the guy's head. He's already got so much stuff to worry about. And everybody breaking his balls about the judo, to this, to that. And here's a guy comparing him to a thick, whatever the hell kind of girl.
That's
It's
so
just
weird. Very
really,
weird.
and by the way,
but-
here
that
it
shit
is.
was mad questionable to me. You know what I mean? What do you
Yeah,
think?
Hold on,
but
let
I'll
me,
say this too. Before we play it, I want to say this too.
Okay, go for
First
it.
of all, Lucci, if I got your permission, I'll post this on the channel so that it's on here for everybody.
Yeah. Whatever,
Yeah.
Larry. I support you. Don't ever need my
Yeah.
permission, but I support you with my likeness or whatever the hell it is.
I got you. I got you. I'll put it on. But yo, just to your point, Lucci, and to you, Color, yo, we want to be wrong. TD says it all the time. Like, we are Dolphins fans.
Yeah.
The difference between us and Tua Nears is we care about the team's success, so we will call out nonsense on any player, including Tua. They don't care. As long as Tua's the dude, they don't care, bro. They don't care about the team being successful. They just want Tua. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead and play the video, Shake. Say
All
what
right,
you
all
got.
right.
Caller, this for you, caller. Caller, this for you, my guy.
Hey, before you do, let's say what's up. What's up, JD? How you doing? RD, sorry, RD.
Hey,
RD,
hey
what up,
guys.
man? Good to see you again, bro. We back at
Yo.
it, man.
Yo,
Back at it for
la-
another season, man.
last time I was on your show, bro, it was after the Bills game,
Yeah, dude.
and
So
and I was like I was like with Tua, I'm
Wow.
like, this is it, the Green Bay Packers. He better get the dub. I'll be honest with you, I'm really happy that he took those judo classes and all that because you can see he's landing properly now,
yes.
and I think he can take a hit because he gained the weight. And he's learned to get rid of the ball a lot quicker, a lot faster. I mean,
Yeah.
so we'll see how that all
We'll see, bro.
unwinds. We'll see it all, but I do like our defensive line looks really. I mean, obviously they didn't play as a unit in the preseason, but
Right.
I just feel like we're gonna have the best D line in all of football.
We were talking about the D looks good personnel wise, bro. It's
and
really
and
good.
And if Ramsey can get back in the end of the year and we're like in a playoff like push, this
Yes.
defense is gonna look as good as
What made you think we
I
got the
agree.
best D line
damn.
in all of football? Did you not see the depth in preseason?
Hold on, man. Let's
Well,
let's get to
Okay,
hold on before we continue. Let's play this real quick. We'll be back in six. It's 6 minutes
damn.
long, so we'll be back in 6 minutes. All
all
right.
right, all right.
I'd like to do a public service announcement to the people in this group, especially the Tua supporters, because a lot of you guys are really irrational people. I don't have a problem with Tua. I hope that he does good. I hope we win. I hope we go to the Super Bowl. All that, any Dolphins fan would really like to see. I'm a realist. What I've noticed about you guys that support Tua is if anybody makes a comment about Tua and they give specifics about why they don't like him or why they don't believe he's the answer, his supporters automatically attack that person's character. Oh, you're a fake fan. That's just fucking fake fan. This is the funniest thing, the fake fan. What the fuck is a fake fan in Miami? We haven't won anything in 25 years. We haven't won anything even longer than that. No, we haven't been relevant in 25. Who the fuck is a fake fan? Like we're the Patriots that we've been going to the Super Bowl for the past 20 years in a row. Where were the Yankees? Who the fuck has fake fans in Miami? Did you know how stupid you sound when you say that? It's then, like today, I make a post about Lamar Jackson said, I wasn't ready to go, and I don't want to put my guys in a position to lose. I want them to have the best chance to win. I'm not going to put myself on the field and put my guys in a bad position. I'm not saying that I want Lamar. I said I agree with what he says. Tua does the opposite. And I gave a specific with the Green Bay game. We were winning. We had a good lead. Tua was playing great. He got his dome rocked. He wasn't feeling right. Did he say anything? No, he didn't. He stayed in there. His depth perception was messed up. He was throwing crazy interceptions. He gift wrapped. They ruined my Christmas. Ruined everybody's Christmas, and almost cost us the playoffs. When all he had to do was, because he admitted after the game, I wasn't feeling right. I don't even remember what was happening. I remember that I couldn't. I just wasn't feeling right. This was his justification for the sloppy interceptions he threw. So all I'm saying is if he'd have had the same attitude that Lamar had and said, hey, I'm not a coach, something's wrong with me, maybe let me sit out and let Bridgewater or whoever, Skyler, finish out the game. Well, we'd have won. Hands down, we'd have won. Because them guys, maybe Bridgewater might have thrown an interception. But Skyler, he could manage the game. He proved that against Buffalo the last game. We'd have won the game. We'd have locked in our playoff bid right there. Maybe Tua wouldn't have had to sit out so long. Who knows? Took a couple of more hits that game. But I say all that to say this. The people that don't believe in Tua have every right to feel that. I'm one of them. And it's not because I don't like the kid. It's not because I don't like the Dolphins. It's not because I don't want to see us lose. It's because any game that he's played in, that has had contingencies, if we win, we're in. The game we played Tennessee, he stunk it up, We got smoked. Anytime we played Buffalo prior to that, at the end of the season, when Flores, we got smoked. Anytime there's any type of contingencies about we must win this game, he folds. You want to talk about how great he played at the beginning of the season? Well, that's great. That's great. But Mike McDaniel had his playbook in the beginning of the season. It looked great. But when the book was out on him the half end of the season, the next half, he didn't have any way to change it up. What did Tua do? He kept throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill. Kept throwing to Waddle. Gesicki is a great player. I don't hear anybody up in arms about losing Gesicki. This guy's been clutch since we got him. He was irrelevant. Why? Because Tua could only throw the ball to this guy over here. He had a couple of good passes. I'm not against him. All I'm saying is he's limited. He's limited in what he can do. The kid we just traded to Buffalo put him on blast, basically saying, look, man, this is what he can do. And if that gets blown up, then it's pretty much a wrap. I'm over here with Josh Allen where he could extend plays and make things happen. Maybe he's being salty, maybe he's not. I feel like he's speaking the truth. If you watch the games, you know it's the truth. I don't know what games you guys watch. Huh? What games are you watching? Because you can't watch the games and still say Tua is magnificent. Against better opposition, he was mediocre at best. Pedestrian. Middle of the pack. Average. He did good against Buffalo. Granted, both games he played great. Waddle dropped a lot of passes. Hill dropped a lot of passes. It's not all his fault. I'm not saying that he sucks. What I'm saying is, you guys that really support him, man, you get really fresh, man. When you're talking, someone has a different opinion about Tua, you automatically attack their character. You don't even know these people. You know, it speaks volumes about you guys. And then when someone brings up the specifics, you say, oh, well, we'll see this year. Well, what do you mean we'll see this year? Talk about what we're talking about. Stop trying to avoid the reality of the situation. If someone gives you a specific, be a gentleman and talk like an adult. You always attacking people. I'm a minister. You know, I'm going to start administrating some discipline on you guys. I'm going to put you on ice. I see you attack somebody, call them whiny baby and all this because they don't agree with your opinion. I'm putting you on ice. That's it. Because you guys are really out of control. All right? Have a good night.
Administrators, suit up.
Hey, man. Hey, Larry. Oh, I thought your homie left. There you go.
I'm here. That was that. Like, yo, that video was dope, bro. I'm telling you. That's
On
a classic
everything,
video.
bro. I fucks with you off of that, bro.
Yeah,
that was
bro.
last year. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's that. So the stuff me and Larry are saying and about McDaniel, bro, I was saying that shit last year
Yes.
when the season was still, you know, bro,
Yeah.
if you watch, how can you not see? But unless you're just deluded, like I'm sorry, brother, I can't say your name. Kenna, like you were saying, man, people get so caught up into a certain player, man, that they just get delusional about everything else. Like, yo, this is a Dolphins organization. It's not just a certain player.
Like Christian Wilkins.
Come on, man, you're like
You
your
know what?
fan. You're like
I'll
Robert De
give you a
Niro,
really- I'll give you a
stalking
really-
Wesley Snipes.
Hey,
What are
I'll
we
give you
doing
a
over
really
here?
subtle example that a lot of
bro.
people never hear. Okay, I'll give you a really good example that nobody ever really hears. I've said it before, but you know, not everybody hears everything I say. But you know, last season in the off season, when we first got McDaniel gets in the building. Gesicki makes a cryptic Instagram post or whatever it was on. I don't remember what platform it was on, saying, "We're going to throw a ball 40 times a game this year," as if he was excited because now they got this offensive guru and all that, right? And was going to make Tua better and all that, right? So he's all posting out, "Oh, little buddy, we're going to throw the ball 40 times a game this year." Basically trying to throw shade on the last regime, right?
Yeah.
And so I looked up the numbers. In Flores's last year, we threw the ball 36 times a game.
Yep.
So Gesicki's out there puffing his chest out for Mike McDaniel over 4 more passes a game.
Yeah.
If that don't illustrate to you the sycophancy in the building, bro, I don't know what does, man.
And what's even worse, Mike Gesicki had his best season under Flores.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's nuts. It really is. And I just wanted to say, Shake, I am really glad to see you. Last report was you were in a life raft out by Dry Tortuga somewhere, and I heard they mutinied on the ark, bro, and started steering it towards Texas, man.
Hey, man. I know. Hey, remember,
I
I'm
was
Cuban.
concerned.
Hey,
The
listen.
reports were they just threw you overboard and threw a life raft out at you. I don't know if you.
Hey, listen,
glad
I'm
to see you
Cuban.
made it.
I'm Cuban. We're comfortable on rafts.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Shake, get his ass. Shake, don't let him be on your head. Get his ass.
Hey,
Oh,
at the end
damn,
of the day,
Shake, bad joke, man. When everybody around you is Cuban, you forget, and sometimes you make stupid jokes.
I am Cuban. You forget I'm Cuban, so.
So is every one of my neighbors.
Oh shit.
Florida, man.
Hey, at the end of the day, look. At the end of the day, I said it before. I'm gonna champion him till he's no longer on the team. So he's no longer on the team. So it is what it is, man.
No, but I am seriously glad that they at least got him to another team and didn't just cut him. You know what I mean? At least they did him a favor.
Hey,
You know?
Right.
And maybe
Good
he'll
for
do
him.
better there. You never know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly. I'm still pulling for the kid.
Me too.
End up like Wes Welker. You see what happened last time we sent somebody like that over there. Haunted us
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
years.
Hey,
worried
look,
about, bro.
boy. Every time we get rid of somebody, they show up.
Yeah, dude.
And it's
Hey,
Bill
and I like the way
Belichick
you
still
put
there.
that too, bro. Hey, what's your name, Anthony? I like the way you put that too, bro. Like, what the fuck have we won in Miami? Excuse my language, but
Yeah, but
for us
seriously,
to be
fake
sitting here
fans.
repping Miami and
Come
we
on,
ain't
man.
won nothing, like, what kind of fake fans are we? Like, come on, bro. Who does
Right.
They're
that?
acting like we're the
bro.
Heat when LeBron James came and we had
Right.
some fake fans. Come on,
They're
what
the
have we
fake
done?
fans. They're only fans because Tua's here.
Yo, that's
Right.
seriously, man. The fake
On
fan thing just
everything.
blows me. People say that. I'm
Yeah,
like, you know
bro.
how bozo you sound saying that? Get out of
Right.
here,
Yeah.
fake fan.
Right.
Right, it's like
listen,
calling a Cubs fan a fake fan. You know, it's
Come
like
on, man.
really?
Or a
Boy, yo, they
Browns
go
fan.
hard for their coach up here, boy. Yo, hey, you say something fucked up about the coach
Or
up here, boy, they be ready to snap your neck.
or calling a Buffalo fan a fake fan. You know them sorry ass Bills.
Seriously, man. It's that's what
Hey,
always
Michael
gets me.
K. Michael K. Why don't you bring your happy ass up here if you're
Oh,
if
by
you're
the
not
way,
too tipsy.
I'm blind real quick, and I didn't actually officially get this gentleman's name. Did you say it was Anthony?
Yeah, yes, sir. Anthony.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to meet you,
Yeah,
Anthony.
Lucci.
Yeah,
First
nice
of all,
to meet you too, brother.
and I just wanted to also say that you know, there's I done forgot what I was gonna say. I'll come back to it.
Larry, what's
Yo.
the start?
I got the spritzer, man. It's like 25%, bro. You know what I mean?
The first 5 games of the season.
Oh, don't worry. I'm doing a video. I'm doing a preview video. I'm gonna pre-record. I'm gonna put it out this week or
Hey,
early
man.
next week. Don't worry, it'll be out.
Hey,
Yeah,
I say 3
I'm
and
doing
2.
I'm doing a preview too. So
Yeah,
All
do
right,
one
I
for
remember
you
what
too,
it was
Shake.
now.
Shake,
I
can
remember
you know how to
what it was.
upload it?
no. What I do is I'll leave it and I'll let you upload it for me.
All right,
You
all right.
can.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll do it. No problem.
So
I think
Anthony,
if we start the
go ahead.
season, yeah, if we start the season 3-2, I'll be disappointed. It has to be at least 4-1.
Well,
Yo,
Because
by
2
the
and
way-
3, I'd actually be like, wow, I thought it would be worse. No, I'm kidding.
And by the way, me and Crypto and I, we're called Crypto. Like I said, is the newest member of the Fins Tailgate. We're called the Currency Connection. Crypto and Shake Money.
Currency
I like
connection.
it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
man.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna be dropping videos there too, man. Shout out
So
to
Anthony,
El Capitan.
you made a particular statement in that video that said that you didn't believe in him, right? And that's an interesting thing, because whether you like a guy, whether you support him or not, what people don't understand, and a greater society doesn't understand, is that we as humans don't actually choose our beliefs. We don't choose what we believe. We do not choose what we're convinced of.
Sure.
If you claim that you believe something and you're faking it, there's no way to fake it. You either believe or you don't. If you're telling people you believe when you don't, you're lying.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of guy.
No,
Right,
he's not.
because
But you know,
what I'm getting at though, this is how you can tell when you're looking at some of the really extreme ones. This is how you can tell that it's a cult, because when they come at me wanting to show receipts and all that, and claiming I was wrong and wanting me to admit I was wrong and this and that, because he beat a couple mediocre teams. Okay, fine, and he was playing well. Okay, putting up a lot of yardage. I get it. Well, my whole contention is I was never wrong, because all I did was tell people what player A needed to do to get better. And when player A did those things, he got better. So how the hell was I ever wrong in the first place? I'll tell you. As a rhetorical question, I can answer how in their eyes how I was wrong. I was wrong for not having faith that he would do it.
Well,
And that's what they want receipts on. They want me to apologize for not having faith in him, for not believing.
Let's keep it real. I did
mean,
apologize for
but-
that, and I still called
but-
him out later when he screwed up. They don't want to own up to
But-
that. I argue with TD,
Well,
my
I'm not-
boy,
well,
because I
fair
was
enough,
keeping it
Larry.
real.
Fair
Yeah,
enough, but
you know what
I'm not
saying?
in the business. It's not part of my code as a man to apologize for a belief, for lack of
I
faith.
hear you. I just say, yo, you know what? Credit where it's due, bro. I didn't think you would do it. You did it.
Right,
That's that.
right.
But then when he
that's
screwed
why
up
just
later, I
like
said, yo,
on
you screwed up.
everything. On
Go
everything.
ahead.
The one
But can
thing-
he
the
make
one-
you a believer? That's
the
the
But what
one
other
thing-
down
types
to
of
it.
people
Can he
in this
make you a
world blame
believer?
you for not
Yeah, he
having
did.
faith?
I was believing last year mid-season a little bit to the point I was arguing with TD, and then he came out and laid a couple eggs, and I was like, "Damn, man, why'd you let me down?"
Right.
He could
Nah,
make
you
me a
know what I
believer. He
mean.
could
You
make
know
me a
what I
type of
mean
believer.
by can he make
What
you
I
kind of
believe?
wanna
people
be
in
a
our
believer.
society? Well, what kind of people in our society blame people for not having faith? What type of people do that?
Hey, listen though. Let me say this real quick.
Religionists.
Yeah, you're right.
This,
Religionists. You're right.
this
That
this
ain't me,
should,
bro.
this should be your retort to that. It's your retort to anybody who says that, because this is how I live my life. Dolphins or whoever. Because it's no different. I don't ever. I'm not a deranged fan to the point where I'm like that. My thing is, it's a show improved world. So, when I meet you as a person, what you give me, that's what I start the foundation from with our relationship. What you show me is what I go on. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their flaws. Somebody could have told me a million times, this guy Kohler, man, he's a real piece of work. He's this, he's that. And then I meet you. I'm not going to go off of what they say. I'm going to go off of how you
Oh,
treat
that's
me.
another
Because
thing they do.
one
That's why
thing,
I've got a
hold on.
bad reputation.
One thing, but listen, no, one thing people will always say what you did to them, but what they won't say is what you did to have them react that way.
Right.
So
What provoked it? Exactly.
my beliefs in Tua are strictly based on what I've seen, what he's shown me. And it's strictly on that. It's not because when we drafted him, I wasn't terribly upset about it. Because I saw in Alabama, man, the kid was good. He come in as a backup in the championship game. He showed fortitude. He won.
Yeah,
He threw a
I'm the
pick.
same way.
When
I
he threw a
wasn't
pick,
pleased with
listen,
it,
when
but
he
I
threw a
defaulted
pick,
to authority.
he went back and
I
talked
was
to
concerned.
Saban, who I can't stand this
I
CS
was
because I
concerned.
probably can't say it on here
Nah.
for what he did to us, but he's still a hard-nosed coach. And when he threw that pick, he went back and told Saban, hey, forget about it. Don't worry, I'll make up for it. And he did that. So I was kind of
Nah, he
excited to
make
an
up for
extent,
it.
and I wasn't mad about it when we drafted him. However, once we
He put
got
us in
him,
the sinking ship.
and I saw certain things that he did. I based my opinion off of that. It's not based off of anything. I wasn't a doubter at first. I was actually kind of optimistic about him. But then I watched
You
him
was
play, and
concerned.
I
You
saw
was
things he did.
concerned. I was
And at first, I
concerned.
felt
We
like he
all was
didn't get a fair
concerned.
shake with Flores. He kept taking him out and putting fits in. And I'm like, man, let the kid be in there and see, get some time to see, playing with some adversity and see how he responds to adversity. I didn't agree with how Flores handled that first season, but whatever. But ever since then, when McDaniels came,
He did the
it's
same
like,
shit
man,
you would have did, bro.
bro, he had Tyreek Hill. And what pissed me off, let me tell you what really, I'm going to tell you, I'll be quiet after this. The defining moment for me with Tua that kind of had me back off of him. When he come in and said, there's been questions, this is going to be, I don't know the word, it's not verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But he said, yeah, there's questions about my deep ball, and I guess I've answered them questions, something stupid like that.
Right.
And it's like, bitch, I
at the
watched
same time
you
claiming
throw the deep ball that every time, almost more times than not, these guys either have to stop in their route or come back to the ball and have a jump ball over two cornerbacks. That kind of pissed me off. Like, my dude, you are not throwing a deep ball nice like that for you to come out
he also
and be
forgot when
cocky
he
like
said
that. That
He
shit
also
kind of made me
forgot-
like, you know what? This guy's kind of a fucking
Right.
bozo, man.
He also forgot that a
he's
week
a lot like
before
his
that.
fans. And yo,
Right.
seriously though, when he said that, and I'm watching the games, it's like, yo, I see where they
Yo,
get their
Shake,
false
they be fucking
bravado
with
from,
you,
my
don't they,
dude.
Shake?
And Anthony,
That shit was corny to me. And then I kind of felt
what he
back
also
off.
forgot. What he also forgot was, not a week before that, he claimed that he don't listen to none of the noise.
It's just
Here's the
he's made
thing. Here's the thing with Tua, he can't lie, right? So it's really bad when he tries to play nonchalant anything, because the truth is he hears everything, right? like because
Of course they do. That's why I
we
thought. That's why I
nonstop,
laughed when he said that.
like everyone talks about him nonstop, so of course he hears it. The issue is Tua has been the most bipolar quarterback in the history, I think, of football.
Hold on. Let me correct you real quick. Polarizing. We don't know if he's bipolar.
No. I don't mean bipolar personality. I mean just his play has just been hot and cold
Inconsistent
for
then.
many.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, inconsistent. But at these highs, it's like you see the Ravens game, and you see the Arizona game on the
Are
second
you
game
sure?
in the season.
The Arizona
And
game was the best performance in my opinion, but I don't know about that Baltimore game, bro.
No, the Ravens game was insane. Like every game that he has been extremely like top notch. Forget about Drew Brees. This guy's the first ballot. He's had games, so it's like, how the hell is this guy even drafted? Like, let alone fifth pick overall. So that inconsistency has drove people to the tensions extremely high. Why? Because the guy that got drafted right behind him is an absolute stud. Like it's a Dan Marino clone. And then you have, we were choking that year on purpose, and we didn't choke enough, so we could have got Joe Burrow. So people hold that forever and ever just because of the circumstances, right? Not only that, but that was the same draft that we drafted a bunch of other bozos where we could have had, the best wide receiver in the game now and arguably the best running back in the game now. So they put it all on Tua because it is like it's a quarterback-driven league. So subconsciously, people are just so divided with Tua because the fans of Miami, the original fans, not the Alabama fans, they're like, God damn, like it's the Tua draft, and we're not getting what we're supposed to yet.
But there's a reason for that. You had people in the building with privileges to be in the building who will remain nameless right now because every time we say anything about it, apparently it's private business that nobody's allowed to talk about. But no, I'm going to say it. The guy's trainer was out there attacking people for their opinions on his quarterback.
That he was.
Oh yeah.
He was.
He's
professional, man.
He's got I mean, Nick Saban.
But he's a private guy. He's not he can say whatever like anybody else on Twitter. He has a right.
Nick Saban, a bunch of Alabama is as big as it gets, bro. So when you, especially Tua, that was their poster child because they've never had a quarterback. So he was the one. So here's the thing. It's that's what I'm saying. It's when this story gets written, if we ever make a run in the Super Bowl, this thing is going to have a documentary on its own. Just what happened from the COVID year all the way to the rise of the Dolphins.
And now
Tua.
we're finally getting to the gambit, Larry K. Look at that.
You're right, bro.
Is that what this whole thing was all about? All these last 4 or 5 years to sell a movie? Wow.
I wonder who's gonna play. I wonder who's gonna play Tua though. That's the thing. It has to be a
I'll tell you who. He's probably not old. He's probably too old by now. Dean Cain would have been a perfect Tua.
What about that guy from Friends? What's his name? The foreign kid. What is it? Fez.
Yo, Dean Cain would have been good. He's way too old now.
He would have had to vacation.
That was the '70s show.
6 months to get a tan.
That was the '70s show.
That '70s show. That's. Yeah, man. I don't know if they don't start the season hot this year.
Hold on, if y'all youngins don't know who Dean Cain is, he's the guy that played in the New Adventures of Superman. Or no, I'm sorry, he was with Superman and Lois.
Yeah, it was Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark.
Oh, the first one. Show, right? The first one.
Yeah.
The original.
It was a show.
Michael K?
Dean Cain also played for the Buffalo Bills.
Did he?
Didn't Cain do that Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yeah, he may have.
He was the host of Ripley's for a minute. Yep.
Dean Cain, but Dean Cain is.
Just put him in South Florida for 2 months.
Oh wait,
get him a good tan. He'd play a perfect Tua.
We know who can play Tua. It has to be Dwayne Johnson, but he has to lose a lot of weight, a lot of muscle actually.
Oh, you haven't seen the elevator door at Hard Rock then, apparently. It looks just like The Rock, man, with a number 1 jersey on.
Hey, what's up, Fred?
You know, the cartoon
Shake?
drawing they had of Tua on the.
Yes, I do.
Oh, we got a Bills fan here.
Hey, by the way, this is Mike. You never. He wasn't on here when you were here. This is Fred Dunlap. He's a frequent.
He's a Bills fan.
He and the Bills fan, of course. But we have Fred Dunlap. He frequents the Finn's tailgate. He's also a Jersey guy, so you know.
What up, bro?
And an honorary Buffalo
Yeah,
fan.
what's
See,
up,
Fred,
man?
I
What's
said
up?
you're an honorary Buffalo fan. I didn't call you a Buffalo fan.
Oh, thank you.
Wait,
Carl.
Anthony,
Thank
are you Jersey?
No. I'm in Florida. I was born in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, but I moved to Miami when I was 3. Man, I grew up down there. It's just my favorite Italian.
So you're the New Yorker version of me. I was born in Germany and raised down here.
Larry K. You're
How
from
do they-
Jersey, aren't you, bro?
How are they?
Yes,
how are they
yes.
talking about the Jets right now because of Aaron Rodgers' one pass? That's the only thing he did
Bro,
that preseason game. One pass. The rest was awful.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't even delved into their nonsense on the radio. I've been boycotting that radio because I already know how ridiculous they're going to be, and I ain't trying to hear them.
They're not in the Super Bowl parade.
Yeah, I'm waiting until they lose a game so I can listen to them start crying about it because they are going to be insufferable. I ain't listening to them. They are
How do you
ridiculous.
deal with it up there, Larry
If
K?
you saw that preseason game that he played, he only made one pass that was like any relevance.
You know they're gushing over it. They're acting like they every year they act like they're going to win the Super Bowl every year. So now it's even worse. I ain't.
Hey, Color and Shake, do you guys got any pull at Phin-Addicts?
No.
No.
Well, I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun and pre-ordered my Jonathan Taylor jersey.
Well, as long as you use the link in our description, then we got credit for sending you there. But it's like it's nothing but like anybody can set that up. You know what I mean?
Well, I also jumped the gun and got a Stephon Diggs jersey, but you know, in 2 weeks that ain't gonna make no difference.
Trust me, Mike. Okay, with that promo I recorded, I do much more for them than they do for us. Trust me.
Shake,
that's a great promo.
That was a demo that I laid down for myself to see how good I could do voiceovers, and I uploaded it into the StreamYard, and El Capitan's been playing it ever since on this show.
That's great.
Hey, can I ask how does Cedric Wilson's restructure help us out, man?
Well, next year we don't have to pay his contract. He's a free agent next year. So
Yeah, we save $1 more million in cap space extra next year.
Yeah.
We were gonna cut him. It's gonna cost us.
I tell you what, and here's the best part. If they choose to trade him, it makes it more a desirable trade because that team doesn't have the burden of that contract.
But Larry, what I don't understand is how come they don't just sign Chris Wilkins this year? Because we have the cap space. Utilize that cap space this year, and then next year have a very low cap space hit because you've used up like a lot of money, like $25 million between these 2 years. And that way we can afford him long-term as well because we have $17 million for the cap space. Where are we going to use this 17 this year? Like, they're not going to make any moves.
Real quick to that, too. Christian Wilkins, the kind of guy he's proven with how he's dealt with this negotiation situation, that he would restructure his contract if needed to sign another guy or to bring in another guy or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean,
Character speaks volumes.
but isn't
it's beyond
isn't it
me why
alarming?
Why
Isn't
you
it
still
alarming
got
that
why you still
Zilla
got
got
Phillips
his
on the
deal?
rookie contract? Why you still got Holland on these two guys? You know you're gonna end up having to sign. Why not give my guy the money now while you have the opportunity to give it to him? And you know he's the kind of guy that'll restructure his contract if needed to bring in other guys or to sign other guys on the team.
I was looking at over the
Isn't it
cap.
alarming that he ain't got a deal, that Zilla got a deal before him, though? Like, you don't think that's alarming?
Yo, to me, and
that's
Steeler
just
gets
telling me
done
that-
what he gets done because Wilkins is there. So I'm sorry, bro. How long is Steeler ain't no new guy, right? He's been in the league.
Yeah.
Or am I
They're
mistaken?
both the same age.
Can I just
That just
quickly-
tells you right. That just tells you right
Okay.
there that Bangio needs to know all he knows about Wilkins, and he's ready to move off him.
Can I just
Well, hold on.
draw attention to? Hold on. Can I draw attention to the fact? Can I draw attention to the fact that Greg was at work when we started this, He went through his entire shift at the customer service desk. He told the old ladies to go screw themselves when they were asking for Pall Malls. And he has now gotten home, taken out a glass of milk, set up shop, and we didn't even notice that this cat is doing it, okay? And he's out here dipping Oreos in milk because he just doesn't give a shit. Can I please draw attention to that?
Oh man.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, balls.
I just wanna highlight
Larry,
that.
you said that the mobiles out there ordering Lucky Strikes, my guy.
Yes. We in the old school, bro. It's 1973. Greg was nowhere near alive at that time. But you know what? Greg he don't care. He's
Hey, listen, listen, lady.
Were 89 cents.
Hey, listen, lady. We discontinued Virginia Slims.
Yeah.
Get over there.
They stopped advertising too.
Thank God. You know, that was the first cigarette I ever smoked.
That's crazy.
Virginia Slim.
That's
That
crazy.
was my mom's brand.
That's funny as hell.
First
bro.
cigarette I ever saw.
That's funny as hell, bro. But
They're
no,
disgusting,
listen,
dude.
we're going on 2 hours 20, man. So I think we're gonna wrap it up at this juncture. This was a great show. It's good to be back, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad to have all you guys on. I don't know if you're going to go around final words, but at this
can't
point we
wait
ain't
to
even
pop
in the
this.
season yet, so
Can't wait to pop
you
this
know.
next week.
Larry, good to have you back, brother.
Thank you,
Glad to
brother.
see
And
you.
thanks for joining, man.
Holding it
All
down.
right, man. Everybody be safe.
Everybody, Caller
right,
Keenan,
yeah,
everybody,
good meeting
nice
you,
to
bro.
meet you, fellas, man. You
All
guys
right,
take care
all
of
right.
yourselves.
All right, Larry. New Jersey's in the house, man.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
man. Come
See you,
back.
bro.
Come back and join us, yo.
Hey,
We'll be
maybe
back
Maybe
next week, yo.
maybe Shake will lead you over to the tailgate one day.
Hell yeah, I'll be back at the tailgate. I can't wait to hop on the tailgate, bro.
No, I met
Coming
Anthony.
up
I don't know
soon.
if Anthony's been over there
Oh
yet.
yeah. Yeah,
He
Lucci
has
gotta
to
get
be.
over
He has
there.
to be ready. We do make jokes.
Yes, many jokes.
Larry,
All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to a few games this year, so when I'm go there, I'm going to try to get to convince him to join the panel one time.
No, I like it. Get him on, bro.
Right on,
You
right on.
work that connection, yo.
All right, Michael K. I
love it.
appreciate you for
Yes, sir.
jumping up here, Michael K. For real.
Hey, I appreciate the op. I appreciate you extending the courtesy of letting me up.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up?
Have a good one, Mike.
All right, I'll see you guys over the tailgate.
Later,
All right,
man.
Later. So
Yeah,
let's
that
do.
Michael
We want
K.
to do the outro.
Yeah, bro. Well, yeah. How you want to do it, bro? You want to?
Hey, thanks for having me up,
All right,
guys.
man.
By the way.
Color, bro. Great to talk to you again, man. I'll be
Yeah,
back
man,
all season
absolutely.
with
Good
you.
to see you back, Larry K. Ready for the season, man.
Yes,
2
sir,
weeks.
brother.
2 weeks.
Yes, sir, bro.
Well, we got college starting. If you're interested in that,
Yes, we are.
Thursday, we
Yeah.
got Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Depends on what my
Sunday,
Canes
Monday.
do the first game. You know,
I'm gonna be
Hey.
calling the game on the Finn's tailgate, Florida
I will
versus
sadly
Utah.
have to catch
There you
it
go.
when I get home because I'll be at work watching the game.
Well, we know you can travel at work on this cast, so we're good.
I can't
All right.
believe we've allowed that poison over at my network, man. I just.
All right. With that being said,
Yeah.
Caller, you're a U fan, right? How do you
Oh,
feel about Miami of Ohio calling themselves the real Miami?
You
Oh my
crazy.
God, really?
Don't
That
get
is
him
where Ben
started on this.
Roethlisberger's from, ain't it?
It is, yes.
Oh, jeez.
all right, man. Thank
All
you
right,
guys, for everybody, man. Well,
Yeah, and look-
well, let's cue the music, baby.
Well, hold on now. So just remember, guys, hit subscribe if you haven't, and join the channel. Memberships are open. You're gonna get exclusive content, man. Thanks to everybody who joined us tonight. I'll see you guys next week, man. Go Fins. Cue